what you're doing is you're trying to get books that you know are desirable by other people. Like, oh, if I have this, it gives me instant clout. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of like books out there. There's a lot of like same thing with the clothes. If you want certain clothes to get certain clout in your group of friends or certain cars or vehicles, I just think it's kind of that. You know,
There's always
they
status, sure.
yeah, they couldn't care less for the book, but they want something that other people want.
There's always a certain amount of level of any kind of
could be.
collecting or whatnot where there's some people who try to project status. You know, they get
Yeah.
a lot of really rare things that they hang on their walls and they display in such a way to make themselves not only happy but also to kind of show people,
like,
hey,
you just
this
have
is-
it like
this is
in
my status.
rows.
This is-
You have
yeah,
some-
exactly.
a
little bit of this.
your whole wall.
exactly.
Down here in the South, they do that with animal heads.
Right, exactly. Yeah, these are my
Trident.
these are my
Yeah.
trophies, right?
Yeah,
The
and
so-
the occasional raccoon that's
How many
tapped me.
points? How many points? On
there's
each
always
one?
a certain level of that, and for anybody who's going, what are these guys talking about? Mark,
You'll
you want to
never know.
recap what the topic was? As
That's not how it works. We just hit
Got
live.
it.
and we keep
Okay,
going
Yeah,
fair
down
enough.
the
you
rest-
listen and
it's
figure it the
up for
fuck
them to
out.
figure it out. All right, so
It's up for interpretation.
got it. Okay,
As
Now,
Mad
we're
Spidey
talking-
says, bow down, bitches. So,
We're talking about how no matter what that what was it, UF4 acetate will have some form of desirability to it. There's so many different kind of people out there, from investors to collectors to clout chasers to people that just don't know any better, or they just see that there's a desire for something.
some people will actually like it. There are people out
That's why I said
yeah,
collectors,
I get that.
there. Yeah,
investors,
There'll
And-
always be somebody that
clout
likes it.
chasers,
and then
some
there's
people don't know what
now there's a certain, you know, it's a book that's got a certain amount level of even if there's a lot of people who hate it or whatever else, it's now a book that is now known. It's a unique thing. There's a limited number
Yeah.
of them, and now, especially now that we're seeing like the CGC, and they're now they're switching to a green label on it. Now those few that were pre-graded in advance or whatever and got the blue labels
Maggie.
on them, those
Maggie.
now become super
Go to the chase.
rare and super valuable, because people are going to say, oh, this is one of, you know, whatever 20
So,
books
Rob,
that have a blue label on them.
Rob, everyone, obviously, it all started with UF4, and we're still talking about UF4, but I'm honestly more interested in where the hell are the Ghost Riders? Where the hell are the
Yeah.
Deadpool? Because we know that they sold them to other vendors at Boston, and I'm not saying they sold out their whole stock, but
Sound like they didn't even let people line up.
no, then they didn't present anything to the.
I don't even know what they look like.
Oh, they're posted online.
Yeah,
It's
I actually don't either.
It's a Clayton Crane Ghost Rider #1 with an
What's up,
acetate
Jeff?
on it. It's not a USA style one or anything. The Deadpool one is him standing there eating a taco with a sombrero on with some confetti around him with a primarily white background. The Deadpool one's funny, standard looking Deadpool stuff, but I'm just more curious on what's going on with those books. Where are they? Why haven't people talked about them or looked into trying to get them or anything? Now that it's established that they're certified, they're qualified. When are they going to pop up? 'Cause that's a huge loss, and there's clearly a market for them.
That's a good question. Obviously whoever has the bulk of these things is choosing to sit on them.
It's all
At least
those people that cut lines and all whatnot sellers and stuff like that, obviously.
Well, I don't think they've shown up on Whatnot, because that would be all over social media as well. I know that I've got one friend in the community who was able to buy, because they also had a Venom cover that they put on sale. Rob, you're in the same chat. Somebody shared in the chat where they had gotten 2 books. I think it was I know it was one of the Venoms, but I think the other one was Deadpool or Ghost Rider or something. I don't remember exactly, but
I'm in some of these chats, so I don't get a chance to keep up with them. I actually have to work during the day most of the time.
friend Dade was able to acquire the book that he wanted. He's a huge Crane fan. He's a huge Venom fan. He couldn't care less. His words, not mine, as I'm a whore for exclusives.
Right. I used to be.
Oh yeah, I think that's part of collecting. I used to be too, until I felt like I was spending too much money. Because if you buy an exclusive or 2 a week, so let's just say like 4 or 5 a month, and spend between $20 and $50, like that adds up.
Well, what was worse was they would do the whole thing where like you wanted the Virgin, they'd only sell the Virgin
Yep.
with the trade
Oh,
dress
fuck
initially,
yeah.
and
They
it was
still do
always
that.
$60 to $70 minimum, and you're
Yeah.
like, Jesus. And
And-
then what's worse is they would release them. There's a hot book comes out, they'd release one, and you go, oh, that's a great book, I want to get that one. You grab it. Then somebody else comes out like a week later with their pre-sale on their version, and you're like, oh, that one's even better, I got to get that. And then two more people. God damn it! Each one would come out better than the last. Like they almost knew, like, hey, okay, yours is the worst looking, so you get to release yours first, and then we're gonna milk these bastards.
This is the one instance when it comes to exclusives that I'm actually glad I live in Australia and I don't have regular accessibility to this stuff, because then it would become like a drug, and I'd be like, oh no, but I want that one and I want that one. If I get one, fantastic. If I don't get one, I'm not fussed. I'd rather spend my money on old books than $70 exclusives.
Right. And what was great was, so all these exclusives roll out, and they were all at one point they were all limited, very limited print runs. But then they got rid of that. They all stopped announcing print runs on them. And now
Will all the places do that? I remember what was it?
You'll still
ago, Frankie's did that and like caused an uproar. This was back when Scorpion Comics was the place that everyone was.
Yeah, there were some
early
on. Everybody was announcing these small print runs, and then later on, it started to not announce the print runs. And you'll still see some that get announced here and there, and those are the ones that are truly limited. The other ones they're not, because they're not actually limited in any. They're getting whatever 3,000 or 5,000. Like Unknown Comics. They have. There was a bunch that I have from them, but they'd all come with COAs that said what the print run was, that was limited. Oh, this is limited to 750, or this is limited to 600. Now they're not. It's not like that. They're no longer coupled together. You can get whatever. You can get the Virgin, you get the other, and they're available months later. Still, they're doing all these buy 3 get 3s, and it's constantly. So now it's like, okay, well, I'll just wait.
The retailer exclusive game has changed so much in the past few years. Because 3 years ago, and I believe the Black Flag is somehow an offshoot or was originally affiliated with Scorpion Comics or something. But Scorpion Comics was the shop that
Black Flag, Scorpion Comics, and KRS Comics, I think, were a trio that
Black Flag wasn't around back then.
Well, but at some point they were all sharing variants.
Now you have KRS, Eastside, and Black Flags. I really like Eastside Comics. I've ordered from them numerous. I don't dislike any of the shops. I dislike the practice that happened on.
There are some that I dislike, but it has nothing to do with.
But I don't. I'm just kind of wondering what happened to Scorpion Comics. Do they even still exist? Has anyone checked this? I've never heard it. They used to be the talk of.
I haven't looked at their site in forever, actually.
People used to be on their Scorpion Insider page, always complaining and fighting the bots and everything. And they would make posts joking against the people, their customers, about how bots just be bots and this and that. And that's when Frankie's Comics started hitting the map and everything. And a lot of people were talking about that shop for a little while, and then they're the ones who first stopped announcing print runs, and they're announcing they'll want something's in their art.
Scorpion Comics doesn't look like it has anything too recent, and everything that's there is listed as just sold out. It's like, here's a site, here's a bunch of comics, they're all sold, everything is sold out, and
it's the whole page
and it's
sold out.
And what they're showing are books that are not that old. So yeah, the
last time that they released anything was when Mighty Morphin and Power Rangers had both those #1s drop. They did like a week of Power Ranger variants. They did like 5 or 6 Power Ranger variants, and I'm guessing that's what killed their company.
Yeah, everything, even go to incentives, everything there is sold out. So they must be out of business.
Dude, that blows my mind. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, that's which part? I was about to say,
yeah,
think about
even their t-shirts and stuff are all listed as sold out. Everything on the site is listed as sold out.
They were so big, and I just haven't thought about it in so long.
Well, they were only big because of Crane, though. I'm not saying they didn't put out other cool stuff. They would have I'm saying they just like how Black Flags, like what does Black Flag do other than Crane? We don't know. Nobody knows because they only go there to pick up the Crane exclusives. I'm sure they
Their
grab
e-
other stuff here and there.
their eBay store has nothing too.
Yeah, Scorpion. They had, I think, maybe one of my favorite covers of all time from Chris Clark.
The Green Ranger.
I don't know if he did the Green Ranger. I think he did Lord Draken.
Yeah, he did the Green Ranger sitting there looking down, holding his dagger like he's.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay,
praying.
he didn't do the White Ranger then.
Just Draken and the Green Ranger.
Yep. But the Draken one is
They look like
it looks like a picture.
Photos. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like like the best cosplay photo you've ever seen in your life. But it's a drawing. And I remember when it came out, I want to say it was 50, and they sold out in like 8 seconds, literally, because everyone was trying to buy them in the cart, and Dustin made a video about it right after because he was so pissed he didn't get one. And they sold out in 8 seconds, and then they were up on eBay like 5 minutes later for like $180 each. And a year later, I bought mine in a 9.8 for $65.
God.
Because it was such a good cover, and no one bought them. Nobody bought them on eBay. Tanked it.
Yeah, Power Rangers just doesn't have. I had this conversation not long ago. Power Ranger books have zero investment value. Zero, and I'm a huge Power Ranger fan. There's a niche market for Power Rangers.
A few have.
But the thing about the niche market for Power Rangers is even the Power Ranger fans do not look at them as high dollar books. You know what I mean? So we're not even willing to pay a lot for them.
Yeah, it's like the Super Sentai and
which isn't even a comic book. That's a
I swear I hear that. And I don't hear the S on the front, and I just hear hentai.
Can you explain to the viewers at home exactly what hentai is for people that might just
it's tentacle porn. You're all good. Animated tentacle porn. It's all good, man.
All right, and Mad Spidey, I know you have a lot of DVDs. Can you pull one out for us?
Can you
I'm not at home.
Or you could pull it.
I'll pull out Sailor Moon and the 7 balls.
7 balls.
If you want to watch something hilarious, watch that.
Yeah, I think
it's like every.
I think I would try.
In the Star Wars game that we play online, there's like one of the big battle or dungeons or whatever you want to call it. You go, there's the final boss. It's this giant monster with these tentacles. And every time we get there, it's always everyone's all, right, it's hentai time.
There you go, Rob and Mad Spidey. I thought you'd appreciate that.
Yeah, I saw your post on Instagram.
A bad toy of Spider-Man 2099.
It is, but it was $10, and it was plastic free to save the world. So that's why it's
plastic free.
Yeah.
What's it made out of?
Plastic free packaging is what it says.
Oh,
I left out the packaging.
Okay, and how's he connected to the package?
With yarn,
like yarn string.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I like how they have a giant, instead of a 3 to 5 inch
spiderweb would have been great.
Block of solid toxic plastic, and they're like, "Look, we're saving the world with this box."
You know, actually, it's so hilarious. I had in the mail the other day this big package, a big fat envelope from the Arbor Day Association. And it was like this whole mock-up, like this fake survey and all this other stuff. They try to get you to donate, and they're one of their prizes that they're giving away. If like your thing is like this Kindle and all this, and the Kindle will help you to save so many trees because of the reduction of use of paper and stuff. And I'm sitting here looking at this pile of junk mail that came just in that one envelope, and I'm sitting there with if you really cared one damn piece of shit, you would have stuck to an email marketing campaign instead of
really trim the amount of paper down at least.
Yeah, or maybe you could have gotten by with maybe just one insert instead of like 27. Oh my goodness! Everybody wants to talk about Tyler's little BB guns. What's up with that?
I thought you were wearing Space Jam cosplay when I first hopped on here.
I got this AOK from Nick at Two Bros, so I had to wear it today.
Can you name the characters there though?
Of course not. Did you watch the video?
No, of course not.
Yeah. No. I know Goku
Yeah,
and where is he? This
his son.
is this
Is it
guy. Is this
Ryu
guy
and Ken?
Piccolo?
Yeah,
The
that's
green
Piccolo.
guy?
That's
And
Piccolo.
then I thought this might be Gohan.
Yeah, that's Gohan.
So that's it. So I did
No.
pretty good actually.
And there's
There's a bunch of other people on there, but
which one's the blonde android? Is that 17 or 18?
Is it Guile?
The blonde one
17.
is Guile, yeah.
here I'll stand.
The
up.
blonde one's Android 17,
Android.
and then you got Vegeta, and then it looks like Krillin's in the corner there too. Oh yeah, Krillin with hair. And there's
Garbage.
Trunks at the front.
I don't know.
It sounds all like Pokemon to me.
Yeah, it's over my head too, Rob. Beckerman.
Mike Becker, ladies and gentlemen, the man who won the Burke box for this month,
Yeah.
Mr. Beckerman.
Yeah, I found out this morning.
Well,
I was
all
sleepy
upset.
last night.
I was upset that you won because you're a nice guy, so I can't hate you for winning.
Oh, you can
I
hate
want
it.
it. No,
I'm
I
not
can't
that
hate.
nice.
No one can hate Mike Becker.
The thing that sucks is I even said you don't like Austin LeMay or art, and you have
I
to
don't.
get Austin LeMay.
I'm not an art guy. I just don't
Yeah.
get the draw.
Mm-mm. So unfortunately, you'll have that in your
Yeah.
collection, but
That's right.
good for you, Mike. I'm
So how's
happy.
it going, Spidey?
Yeah, the end of another crap week.
Right?
But I'm here to say all these pretty faces to cheer me up.
yeah.
It's
Oh yeah, I was
my-
gonna ask Rob. I know because you've been collecting Pokemon for a little bit. Have you gotten into MetaZoo yet? Because I've got like a MetaZoo card. If you want to
I
put
don't
it
even
in
know what
here,
you're talking about.
I'll just have to send it to you then.
Ooh, what does that signature look familiar to me?
Kieran
Which one?
Dwyer.
Since we're all showing art, I'll show some art too. Why not?
Batman 413. You can see it in Alan Rue's video this morning. Oops, all Beckerman.
Sorry, I haven't got any. I know I'm usually prepared, but I haven't got any original art with me. Oh, Beck's got some floating
Oh,
around
I've got the
somewhere,
best
but-
art. Why am I holding that up when I can hold up this thing?
No, don't
Dude,
get it.
that's
It's too hard to
awesome.
get to.
Chip
Jesus,
Gettler in all his glory.
it is so good.
Boy, is he naked? Oh,
I hope
Sorry,
he,
Rob.
I hope
I'm
he
sorry to get
painted
your
this in the
motor running.
nude. I hope he painted it in the nude.
He wasn't using a paintbrush either.
No,
Oh,
please.
oh boy.
No, don't get it out because it's too hard to get to. Oh, that's what you know.
that's
That sounded
not
so
Somebody
wrong.
don't let me down here.
That
Yeah.
sounds so wrong.
so.
don't wanna-
I
I
was
might not
inspired
wanna
by
take-
your whole toaster story, there, Mike, with the guy that have drawn all these different toasters.
Oh, there we
yeah,
go.
That toaster guy. Oh, that's cool. Who did that?
John Summerraver.
Okay.
Everybody gets him to do the chibi stuff.
Yeah.
Jesus, that is.
He's the
freaking
one
good.
that's doing Neverlanders with Tom Taylor at the moment. They're
Oh,
creating their own-
Neverlanders.
Neverlanders.
Guys, don't make fun of how we talk.
Sorry, Beckerman.
But yeah, he did
National pride.
the Batman and TMNT mini series as well. There's a Spawn one that he did as well.
Oh, damn, man. I think I like that even more. Those might be the two best characters.
It
pick
reminds
for
me of
that, too.
somebody else. But
I got this for a surprise.
Marvin the Martian.
Present-
Oh, Marvin
present for Beck.
Martian. Yes.
So Spawn and Marvin the Martian, two of Beck's favorite characters.
Oh, what's up,
That's
Kyle?
cool.
Hey,
Both with
Scott.
no face. Okay.
Marcus.
so I was inspired. So I thought I'll take one of these sketchbooks
Cubies?
where all the pages inside are blank, and I'd start go ahead and maybe I'll have everybody just do robots. And I thought they were going to do like a little one. The first guy takes the book, he goes, "All right, there you go."
That's a big
wow.
robot.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, oh,
Nice,
I'm thinking like a little small little remark size or something, you know, that way I can have multiples per page or something. And he's like,
He
That's
sure
the
showed you.
that's right.
Spawn
I was like,
Redeemer.
That's cool. Same artist.
Yeah, all done by John. Yeah, he's actually his best. Him and Dave Yarden are best mates. They're the ones they always try and do conventions together. Those two are like inseparable.
As an Australian, I already knew this. I didn't know this.
It's a bit like if you get Esad and Alex Maleev together. Those two are like, you know, inseparable and a lot of trouble together.
Oh, so what's everybody up to this morning?
oh, where's my coffee? Son of
Putting
a
some
bitch.
mail together.
Ugh.
With my trusty address book.
Old school. I like it.
Nothing wrong with old school.
No, not at all.
Last night, you when you won the box after we were live, what was his name? Kevin from Short Box.
I don't know him.
His
Oh,
name
I
was-
know the guy though. Yeah, I saw him.
Yeah,
On.
he was like he's telling Steve, just shoot me Mike's address and I'll send him out a shirt and everything, because he threw a shirt in for the Burke box win, you know. And
Okay.
Steve's like I messaged him when he sends me the address. I'll let you know. I'm like, do you want the address? He's like, no, he needs to message me. I'm like,
Oh,
okay.
It's the same address.
Yeah, and everyone's like, okay. That's
It's
fine.
because Steve's probably thinking of the one time I had a really bad mail carrier that's no longer. He was just taking people's stuff to like corner houses. Like he was delivering. So like all my packages went to a house down on the corner.
He wouldn't go up and down the full street. He would just say, screw it.
He'd just toss them. And it happened to be when Burke did one of his like mystery boxes last year. And so my box went to like just the corner house.
That's pretty cool.
It wasn't. So after that, for
It wasn't.
for like a month or two, I used a different address. But
Remind me,
I
I've got to
switched
put a video on. I forgot to bloody do the video before this live.
I got to tell you what, and because Spidey just interrupted you, it reminded me of something really
Sorry.
cool. I cannot wait to get that AEW shirt that you're going to send me one day.
Dude, I'm so sorry. I
I'm not.
never sent. I'm like the worst mailer in the world. That's why I won't sell anything.
I
I'm
like
so
the suspense
lazy.
that's been building up inside of me for the past
The best
4
part is there's so many surprises in this box that has your name on it, from like over a year.
I'm cool with that, dude. I'm
But
cool
Mike,
with that.
it happens because sometimes there are people who are like that and they just don't get around to setting stuff.
I'm
I
just
mean,
really lazy.
I bought a mystery box,
and I don't
that's
mean
been
that.
I've been
to
waiting
be
like
funny.
over a month for it to even ship. Isn't that right, Kyle?
Oh,
me?
God. You still haven't got. Well, I will say that Kyle is very methodical, pointed with what he does, and he has no concept of time. And you have to be okay with that. If you
That's what
get
happens with the time traveler. They lose
Yeah.
track of time.
I bought a book from Kyle. I bought one of my Superman reprints. It's one of the harder to find ones, a sleeping bag variant. And in no way did he try to kick he wasn't procrastinating or anything. It was just Kyle's time frame. I mean, I was perfectly fine with it.
I used every opportunity I can just to make a dig at Kyle. That's our thing.
Yeah.
And it just seemed like a great opportunity.
I was just pointing that out
Just
to
subtly
other
remind
people
them
that
that,
might
hey.
buy something from Kyle. Just know that you're paying for quality, not
Yes.
quickness. In all sincerity. In all sincerity.
I think what we learned this actually from CGC and CBCS. If you hold on to it longer, people will just want it more.
God, man.
Yeah.
God, with it.
Let's go ahead and mention it. I'm sure there shouldn't be anyone here who doesn't know, but 367 books, right?
Yep.
367 books
For
lost
one
by
facilitator.
CBCS.
Yeah.
Oh, you talk about Clan McDonald.
I'm just going to throw it out there. The read, like y'all saw in that correspondence, where CBCS was mailing books to a third party who was off site to help with the check-in process.
Yeah.
Just let that roll around. A trusted company, supposed trusted company, was taking your prized possessions and mailing them off to somebody,
Some random dude.
some random Joe Blow who knows at their house.
Well,
So
I think
your
it was.
books-
I don't
your
think it was.
books were taken
I'm going to play
off the-
devil's advocate. It was supposedly it was an offsite employee, but as opposed to just some random Joe Blow. But still, the point is
if you are off the clock or not on that property, you are now a random Joe Blow as it
100%
pertains to
agree. The
that.
chain of custody concept is completely out the window.
Damn.
And the whole idea is that there's this established. It's going to get there. It's secure. It's all this stuff. Not that, hey, we're going to take it, forward it to somebody else to help check it into our system. Which means they have to unpackage it. Then they're going to repackage it and send it back to us where it's going to sit now because it's been checked into our system. But God knows not only is that extra shipping there and back introduce a new layer of risk, but did that person package it the same way that I packaged it? Or do they don't even give a crap? And are they just piling it into new packaging where they're just stacking these things or who knows what, right?
The only good thing about all this is it doesn't really matter, Rob, because they got lost, so it doesn't even matter if they're damaged.
Well, those ones did. If you think that was the only pallet of books that went through this, no. The only reason why we know about this is because this one set has become lost, and the fact that the facilitator is so pissed off that he's willing to call out the company on this. Who knows what else is going on, who else has been affected that has yet to be either notified.
Forward.
Well, maybe they haven't even been notified yet, right?
I'm worried about my fucking
I'm sure
shit
that CBCS didn't volunteer this information to Steve, right? He was being persistent on it because of the level of integration he has with so much stuff that he's sending through them. And facilitating a lot of signings and everything else that, he's checking in on it. And he's got somebody that he can call. Okay, well, most facilitators are in the same boat we are. Send an email and wait 3 to 4 weeks to maybe get a response. Right? And they're not, one's good, and no one's going to, and they're probably just going to tell them, oh yeah, it shows in our system and it's been received.
What were you going to say, Jim?
No, I was just saying good morning, and I guess we're talking about CBCS.
Mm-hmm. Good morning, Jim.
Yes.
Let me ask Chip. Hey, Chip, what do you think?
I don't know.
Whatever Chip
thinks it's a load of garbage.
Just give me more subs, and I'll be right.
Oh, that's what we need. We need the big chip head on this channel, like we had on the other channel. Mark,
there was
even I was graced with the chip on my random live the other night.
So I had controls to Steve's channel because he had me with admin options, and he took them away shortly after.
Well, I know he didn't give him to Tyler. He must have said nobody gets to run it.
Why?
There was somebody else that ran a rant last night. I can't remember who was talking about. Is this the end of CBCS? And I was like, who cares? I didn't even watch it. I saw the thumbnail and was like, I don't care.
It's not the end, but my God, I mean, you could just see. Obviously, there must have been so much stuff going on there that why Steve Borak left, just makes so much more sense. Wow, it's like we summoned him.
Yep, you went.
Bittages.
Did I do that?
What happened?
I was talking to you, through your mug. I was like, "Hey, Chip, what do you think?" And then next thing you know, you're here.
Yeah.
It's like,
like
amazing.
Batman
Fuck yeah.
More Beetlejuice. but
hanging
yeah.
out in the
Right.
shadows.
You know, we all questioned, the set, Steve Borak leaving CBCS. Like, what? Well, it seemed pretty weird because he was so integrated with that company and everything. And then to see now, you start to see that this type of stuff come out. And right after he left, you see the huge pay, this whole spike in prices for the 14-day turnaround and combined with, the pushing out of lead times even further for non. So it's basically like, oh yeah, you can submit stuff to CBCS and they're just straight up telling you it's basically a year if you don't want to pay for 14-day. And if you want to pay for 14-day, well, we jack the price to the roof. So it's and that's fine. I mean, I'm all about that. Yes, if you're really that far behind, make your, I think that the people who are shortcutting using these expedited services help to exacerbate that. And so fine, make it, if there's such a demand for it, raise the price until the demand makes it so you can catch up on these other books. That's fine. But the prices will never go down. And it was such a massive price increase compared to what it was. And they were lying about what the lead times were. Because how do you go from a 16-week lead time to a 19-week lead time to 222 days?
They got a lot of books shipped in at one time,
at
Rob.
one time.
A big fucking shipment.
And you're still not meeting those lead times.
Well, that's been cleared now, so there should be plenty.
No. We're talking about CBCS.
That's what I'm saying. They lost a whole heap of books, so they should have
lost
straight out in time.
There's piles of books that haven't been received. There's books that have been received and have been sitting there for months and months and months after they sat there for months and months and months to be received.
I've got 10 months on one for it's not in grading yet.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. There, and some of them are just pre-screened. I'm like, how do you have how does a set of not just pre-screen? Nope.
So, I thought I heard somebody say something about it was the books that were lost were just from a certain period of time, from like June to beginning of August or something. But now I'm not so sure. Yeah, now I'm
just
not
for
sure
that one person.
Yeah. I'm not
just
so sure.
That guy.
Yeah, so it doesn't necessarily mean it could be a lot of people there.
It could be limited to this one. Yeah. It could happen to be just the one, or it could be others that they're just nobody has talked about yet, right?
So,
because nobody knows.
So, mine was from a sketch opportunity
from last year, and we just don't know yet.
I have stuff from a signing opportunity through a different facilitator that's been out for almost 2 years now, and I'm still waiting to find out what's going on. And that guy keeps saying, "Well, there was CBCS. There was CBCS." Well, now I'm not super keen. I mean, at least the ones that are the oldest ones. It's like, okay, it's another Batman 92 that's signed by these other artists. The other artists in the book that nobody else talks about is not the big artists. It's the subsequent artists, but I do have like my Neil Adams Superman book is amongst all these things. And I'm like, oh, that one would suck to lose.
Yeah, that would suck to lose.
Mine's in the fridge. It's a little early for me to eat.
So how about Gator Guards? Aren't they amazing? Chip, get ready. You're going to open up
Mylar.
Nice.
What about comic skins? Cheaper.
Everybody's going to,
Hey, Mark, I'm glad you looked up.
Yeah, I couldn't remember which one Mark used. Gator Guards, comic skins?
No, comic skins. Yeah, which are the same ones that EGS is using for now.
Kevin McGuire.
Get their new slabs in.
There you go.
Hey, it's my shirt.
Was that a Kevin McGuire? Yeah, he always recognized the face.
Was that the Gambit?
Looked like a boost of gold.
That's how his foot got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Lord.
You watching Danhausen sitting there eating popcorn in the audience Wednesday was hilarious.
Nice.
Yes.
Just wedging shit in there.
If it fits, it ships.
That's all coming broke. Even
hey, Mike, if it doesn't fit at first, just go ahead and break it in a couple smaller pieces.
Yeah.
Or fold it.
This was actually something Mark didn't know about. It was a C2E2 exclusive shirt from Danhausen and Punk.
That's right. That's what I was saying. That's how Punk's foot got hurt. He got cursed.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell happened with that.
That's a big. Well, it was a
stupid match.
They're
Well,
just trying
obviously-
to put Moxley over for the pay-per-view.
yeah. I mean, first of all, it's obviously a work
By
because
squashing Punk?
Why would you put? Well, so there's two things, right? One is a work because why would you put your title match in the mid card? That doesn't make any sense. But
Because Tony Khan has like some sort of weird ADD.
Well, first
problem.
off, that final match was a phenomenal match, and there's no way Moxley and Punk could have.
right. Well, they could have if they had a legit straight up match. But if you knew this was the plan,
Rob, Punk to get in the ring jumped up onto the top turnbuckle, held his belt up, and then jumped down off the top turnbuckle to enter the ring. And then to hurt his foot, he literally had just had it on the ground. The foot that hit Mox over the head is not the one that he hurt. It was the one that he was standing
plant
with.
foot. He's pushing off.
Yeah.
Well, ultimately, some people.
It was a bad
A lot of the speculation is that it was punishment that Khan was punishing Punk for going off script and all his stuff that he was calling out Hangman Page the previous week.
Whatever. Mark, that's one bot.
I kind of think that he's just not fully recovered and able to continue. And they're trying to structure the show moving forward. And to structure it moving forward, they wanted to go ahead and unify the belt just so that it can get moving around. You know what I mean?
I thought that too, but
yeah, it's just a good way to get in, get out.
Mike trying to talk comics.
This didn't fit.
Just fold it.
Don't fit. You must have quit folding.
It didn't fit. Fold it.
Yeah.
You fold it, right?
That's all it does. I mean,
Remy.
Or cram it in. If first it doesn't fit, spit on it.
I really feel like you don't get your due as a troll, man. Like you just fold it. Same difference.
So I was heard.
Ripped my heart out
first,
on a
if
New
it doesn't
Warriors
fit,
comment.
just spit on it.
Mm-hmm.
I had like 17 responses to your New Warriors burial of me yesterday, and I just deleted them all.
I was about to say, I didn't get any response from you.
Oh no,
dude! Becker had what was it? Comic book history started
in 1990 when the New Warriors #1 came out, and then Mark just immediately. And it ended 2006 at a school in Connecticut.
I said then it abruptly ended next to a school on May 6th of 2006, the exact day that the New Warriors killed
just
an
buried
entire
me.
school of small children.
Bodied me.
Hey!
Hi, Remy.
Took that shit to work. For the love of God.
Put that up there on the top shelf and just spear it and pull it down.
Yeah.
I got to tell you this because I've had a lot of moments where I was the coolest dad in the world. Like a claw machine win. You get that toy and you hand it. I hand it to my son and I see his face light up. I can't tell you how excited they were. Logan was like, Alistair was asleep. Logan's like, you got to wake him up. I was like, no, we'll show him in the morning. He's like, this is the coolest thing that's ever happened to us. He literally,
Wait a second.
he was like,
Remy,
what
first
can we
thing you should ask
stab
there is
with it? And I was
what's
like,
this us shit?
Yeah.
Because you ain't touching this.
I was like, do you want to feel the power? Do you want to hold it for a second and feel the power? And literally it was like, what can we stab first?
Go
And I was like, we can stab whatever is in the house. Literally, no limits.
I want
As
to
long
see
as it's
Remy
not
drive
a
around.
lot.
with that in a
And then
really
this
small
morning-
car.
This morning, we showed my youngest, and Logan's like, yeah, it glows in the dark. He's like, no, it doesn't. I was like, oh, yes, it does. And sure enough, shine a flashlight on it, and he was like, oh, this is the coolest thing in the world. I was like, I know.
I guarantee you, it's going to take less than a year before we read in the news about some poor kid who got impaled a bunch of chickens or something with a trident. And the police are going, what were you doing with a freaking trident in your house to begin with? And Remy's going to have to say something clever, well, really, it's a candelabra. It was for my Liberace cosplay.
Yeah.
I thought I just put a candle on the tips and I walk around with it.
Oh man.
That's like store security now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Come on, I dare
Oh
you.
man, I'll tell you, it was. They were like, we got to go fishing with it. We had like all the ideas just started
How do you
flowing,
fish?
like all this stuff.
I don't even think of the fish, but that's
Like 3 at a time.
yeah.
Yeah, I was like, you know how many
Yeah,
fish
of
we could
course.
destroy with this thing?
It's
Oh
like
my
Paul
God.
Bunyan's fort.
If only you fish
Yeah.
would line up. Just
Haven't you ever
right.
heard of
Yeah,
spearfishing?
exactly. Yeah.
Man, that's crazy.
Oh my goodness. I really hope that you keep that someplace safe because I just don't trust your kids. I mean, I don't trust you, but I really just don't trust your kids either.
I don't trust them either. Like I had to hide it last night because I was like,
Where
I
do
could
you
already
hide
tell if I fall asleep, Logan's gonna run around
Under his pillow.
Oh
He
no,
put it-
you know what?
He put it in bed next to him, put a wig on it, and told Angel she had to sleep out with the chickens.
Yeah.
Just disguise it as a coat rack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put it on the
Hey.
piano. Like I said, candelabra.
Candelabra.
Use it as a prosthetic leg hanger.
That's where I got it. Yeah, Angel was. She was like, are you gonna put it over the fireplace?" And I was reserving that for the prosthetic legs. Like I wanted to
Mark,
cross
you gotta
them
throw
over
up
the
last
fireplace,
comment.
but
Oh man.
Mark,
That's-
throw up aggressively relaxing's comment.
Oh,
Local
man.
man in hot water after Trident accidents.
Yeah.
Oh man. That's so
No
funny.
kidding.
Thank you, Mark.
I'm sorry I missed that. I was on with Gary. That's oh man.
it was all right. It was just me, anyways. It wasn't that. I tried to wrap that shit up quick.
I'm gonna definitely go back and watch it though. That's a
No.
seriously awesome gift from Joe.
Somehow Angel and I got our lines crossed because she was like, I was like, yeah, I don't know where you're gonna sit. And she took it at like somehow after the discussion, she took it as I was doing it by myself. So the whole time I'm waiting for Angel to show up, and I'm like, all right, I guess I'm gonna open this box. And then I struggled with this for a half hour, and then I was like, all right, thank you everybody. We'll see you later.
Like,
I
I'm
went
not
upstairs. I
helping.
was like, "Are you mad at me? Like, I understand this is intimidating now. Like, I get it. You know, like
No.
nobody likes to be outshined in the relationship. Forever, I was the one who was like getting the step up. But now we know who the
Yeah,
prize.
now
is.
she's essentially a sea queen.
Mhm.
That's right.
That makes Remy a seaman.
Yeah.
Ba-dum-bum.
Kyle's off to go sulk.
Why, Kyle? Why?
Witnessing when Remy becomes a villain. Oh yes, because chainsaw unboxings weren't villainous enough,
No.
or anything else. It was wait for the Trident. This could be his heroic
swinging
turn,
machetes
DJ.
around.
I mean, I don't remember too many villains with tridents, but I know heroes with tridents.
Nobody got out there to do it with.
Yeah, what
And
did Ocean
gladiators.
Master use? He didn't have. I don't think he had a trident. Did he have a trident? There was one DC character that had a that was a villain, I think, because there's a Teen Titans book where he's been impaled with it, and he's just floating there in the water. And I can't remember the name of the guy. He was not like a big time villain.
Did
but I
a tumor have a trident?
thought,
I think
yeah,
so.
he might, I don't know. I don't
Everybody
think so.
underwater has a trident.
Right. It's kind of like their
Yeah.
thing.
What about
It's kind of-
Mara? She's kind of. a
Or they
villain
just
now,
shit in
right?
the bed. One of the two.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Yeah.
like how all like suburbs have a Trader Joe's. It just
Oh
goes
my
together.
god, Trader Joe's is the best.
Mhm.
Nowhere
I
better.
don't know. what
I
that
don't know.
is.
I've never been inside of a Trader Joe's.
I
Save my
don't.
life.
I don't have a Trader Joe's around here.
I don't know
Yeah.
what it is.
I wish
Yo,
I
did
would
the
have
next-
gotten married in front of Trader Joe's. We might renew our vows there.
There you go.
That would be a good place to renew your vows at.
Nice.
Or I might just
Now
have
you
my
need a
second
net
wife get
behind it.
married there.
Yeah.
Second
Why
wife.
waste it on your first wife? Like
Yeah.
definitely save that. Make
Yeah.
that second one a
That's
little
a
more
special moment. Don't ruin it. Having my first
So-
wedding.
Do they have the samples like throughout the store like Costco? Because I mean that's the advantage of getting married at Costco is it's a buffet. The wedding buffet is covered.
Well,
Morning, Brian.
anything, if you don't like it there, you can
Hey,
take it
Brian.
back for a full refund, even if you eat the
Boom.
whole thing. So the whole place is technically a sampler. But you won't dislike anything because it's Trader Joe's.
I don't know. I've never been in one. No desire.
Oh my
True
god.
story. When I gave my wedding toast, I thought I was making a hilarious joke, and it turned out people thought it was wildly inappropriate.
There's no
I
They
way.
start
said-
off with my new wife as the biggest.
No. I said, Jill, when you met me, I was drunken in a bar, and when you leave me, I will be drunken in a bar.
I think that's great.
Yeah, that's good.
That's
I don't see
awesome.
the joke.
What? Why is that?
Right,
Why
I
is
thought
that perfect?
Facts.
I had no problems with that.
Better question is, why are you giving
My
your
mom
own
actually
toast?
got really upset.
Really? You were drunken in a bar, my sweet child? How can that be?
Oh no, she just more didn't like me advertising that I was an idiot. I mean, I
Because his
still
mom
am, but I
a
was
joke.
also.
Oh my god.
Why were you giving your own toast?
Oh, you know, when they passed the microphone around, I just grabbed it.
Huh.
It was at the reception.
He's an
deal.
attention
Oh, you want
whore.
me
What
to
do you
speak?
expect?
Okay.
Yeah, you can live it.
I mean, I like to talk, and even I didn't give my own toast.
Well, it wasn't. I guess it was during that little part of the deal, though.
Mhm.
People were passing microphones
Sure.
around and talking, so I figured I'd go.
No, they're just passing the blunt around, and I was starting talking. I don't know.
So I was looking at Sith Lordly and those guys open up some different packs of stuff, and I could have sworn I saw a comment in the chat that said Beckerman was doing a solo gig.
It's out already.
Is it?
He's a YouTuber.
Oh crap! I gotta
No,
watch
I'm-
that
I'm
right
not.
now.
Alan Rue has a
Solo
YouTube channel.
gig by Beckerman.
is
All
a
Beckerman,
facilitator.
24/7.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go watch it for sure.
I'm what you
I
call
wasn't sure.
a guest star or
No.
like a
You're a
series
co-host.
regular
You know, you're like a
Facilitator.
co-host.
facilitator. Yeah,
But,
I'm
but
YouTube adjacent.
YouTube, Jason.
it counts. It counts. Half
Does it,
credit.
though?
You have to think if somebody asks, like, "Oh, who did you watch on YouTube today?" Somebody will be like,
It's
"I
not going to
watched
be Alan
Beckerman."
Rue. It's
But it was
Because
watching
clear
he's
in
a
the
YouTuber.
title. It's clear in the title of the episode that it was a mistake. Oops, all Beckerman.
Oh, that's true. If you add
If you put
oops
oops
to
on
it,
front of something,
Oops, you did
Which
it again.
oops on it? It's not.
yeah, I didn't consider that.
it's like
Oh,
oops, all
man.
crunch berries. I
Yeah.
mean, we had these boxes for some reason.
It was a mistake.
Oh, I'm still going to
Oops.
watch it.
We fucked up. Eat our fuck up, please.
Oops, we messed up.
Yeah,
We
it's a
can't find your
bizarre
books.
product.
Yeah.
What a bizarre product. Like, we made this by mistake, but you should still pay full price.
Oops, we frosted all these flakes. Eat them now.
No. I'm just
I'll be right back.
now. I got to go watch it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
God, Chip does that so well.
It's available on Alan Rue's channel. I talk about some serious stuff too. There's like
I
a PSA in the first 2 minutes.
What not to say at a wedding?
No, it's just you know.
If you ever end
I'll
up with a
let you
Trident
watch
in
it.
your
I don't
home,
want to. I don't want to
don't
ruin
leave it
Yeah,
unsecured.
don't spoil it.
Yeah, don't spoil
You're a
it. You
YouTuber
know,
now, Beckerman. Don't spoil your
Oh, he's
video.
put it up on the wall.
leave content.
I look behind Remy.
I know.
Hey,
Amazing.
Rob, thank you for the address.
Oh, yeah.
I might be asking for some more, so I'm on this tear.
I have
I
a
have,
bunch
like,
of people's addresses. I'll
1,
send them
2,
to
3. I probably have like 10, at least 10 that I can see. Gemini's, they got to go. They're clogging up my room, looking dirty. So let's fill them with some comics
Awesome.
and cool stuff, and this could be like an AOK ninja. Wow, you got one. You got
you.
one.
Oh, nice.
You got one.
Dirty.
Hey, Brian,
You get a
LCS,
Gemini, and you get a Gemini.
If you're still out there, check your IG, please. I asked you a question a while ago.
Somebody came in this room and move some shit around.
Are you trying to petition him to get a new nomination for best channel with no content?
No, I must be messing up my PayPal or something because I'm trying to pay him for our fantasy football league.
Oh.
And it won't let me friends and family him, and I can't figure it out. So.
Oh, maybe he's set up as a business.
Set it up as a business.
Yeah, if he's a business, he can't.
Oh, is that a thing?
I think so.
If he's got a business account, yeah. I had the same. I had the same problem with Brian actually, because I tried sending him. I said the same thing, and I told him that, and he was like, "Oh, really? Other people can?" I was like, well, I don't know. It just would not let me.
There's no option for it.
They just turned that on. They just turned that on probably about 3 weeks ago, where if you're a business account, you can't do friends and family anymore. You have to actually do.
Okay.
As a service, yeah.
So if you're a business, you don't have any friends or family. Apparently.
No, not at all. Not at all. No. So yeah, I can't do. Like Nick went to go send me some money, and he was like, "Dude, I can't send you."
You have to set up a separate account, which is a
business account. What if I have a business account? It's like with Z's.
Oh yeah, no, that still won't work. I tried.
Give them the business.
No.
Hey, George.
Yeah, wow. Well, my rap career is really going to suffer.
Yeah.
What if it's business with dollar signs at the end? Because you'll be making money, yo.
Now that one you may be able to get away with, not the Z's, but the dollar signs.
Yeah, it's all about the Benjamins.
Hey Brian. Hey Joe.
Benjamins, Beckermans. Yeah, they're close.
Yeah. Well, he's got 5 on it, so.
Yeah.
That's not what I thought.
Everybody always tries to stop me in my rap career. I just want to clop grips and pimp hoes, man.
We get the group back together. You get somebody to do some beatboxing. You get the reform the Fat Boys. You get
Fat Boys, no Slim.
God, Fat Boys. I thought about them.
Yeah, that's one of those early groups.
Yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm.
Disorderlies, and they even crossed over to the movies.
Mm-hmm. That movie?
Yeah, the Disorderlies.
All right, I think I'm gonna go do something else.
Wow, that's his way of saying we sucked.
Yeah. No, it's my way of saying I'm thinking about bagels.
It's breakfast time. I'm going to eat a bagel.
I'm gonna see. Unlike my Australian friend up here, I don't eat on the live.
And
I don't give a rat's ass. I'll just say if I'm hungry.
I just think I'm the only one who ever comments
Shout out.
Wow.
Yeah.
He snores on the live too.
Yeah.
Who does?
With my eyes
with his eyes open. Yeah.
Like a fucking ninja.
Yeah.
That seems like a defense mechanism.
What's that?
Sleeping with your eyes open. That's smart.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do it.
All those years of training in Japan, it just works.
Eyes open and back to the wall.
So with my legs open.
We've seen enough of your legs open. Thank you very much.
Makes sense.
We watch Whack.
Maybe you have, but.
All right, guys. Everybody have a good day. I'll probably pop back in later.
I'll watch your video later.
I am
on your YouTube channel.
Yeah.
I ate on Gary B's show.
I get fidgety.
We got like a whole history lesson on Gary's show last night from Silver Knight Kyle. He was all over the place, but
yeah, I saved it. I'm gonna watch it later. I know he's got a lot of old books.
There's just stuff that I've never heard of, and I was just like, wow. Like he was spitting off dates and everything, and I'm sitting here going, okay, that predates this and this. What? You know, at one point he was just on a roll, and I was just sitting there listening. But he was cool. It's cool. He's definitely. I feel like he might be one you want to bring back again for a round 2 because there's just so much in there, and he's definitely lived a colorful life. So.
That's what I would find fun about coin collecting, like when you find stuff, just the age of them and thinking what it was lived through and stuff.
Right?
Yeah. Yep.
But even his own life is, I mean, when you can say you were there at a historical event, that's
24.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So,
January 6th.
January 6th. Is that your birthday?
No, just that historical event. Just
That's what I meant. Your birthday.
I lived through that.
People kind of snuck inside the Capitol.
That when everyone was cutting in
on
line
TV.
No, living through it means you were there in my
January-
mind. That's
January
you were
6th is
actually
when all
there
those-
living through it, not
That's when all those
watching
people
it shit
cut
on
in line for
TV.
the tour.
That's right.
Yeah,
It was a very. They were just trying to. It was a very
All over
high demand
again.
for the
No,
tour.
it affected this nation more than you may think.
No, I'm saying, but you weren't physically there, you ding dong.
I was there in spirit.
Which side?
Yeah, Rob, there you go, baby.
We don't need to take sides.
Yeah.
See, look,
winning
Maggie,
side.
Maggie just raised her hand. She was there in spirit too, weren't you, Maggie?
Thank you, Maggie. We need to do that all the
She's just
time.
ashamed to be related to you.
Yeah, we're thinking that may not be true. She was probably kidnapped and thrown in with Tyler somehow.
No doubt.
So here you go, Tyler. Is this a good card? Is this
I'm
a
gonna have to
good
blow
card?
you. I'm gonna have to blow you.
Hey,
I mean, blow you
hey, It's a good. Is this a good card?
Oh yes, hippopotamus or whatever you.
Is this a good card?
I can't.
I don't. This
Are
one's,
these new? Why do you have these?
Oxel. You know what? One of my friends was at a sort of like a toy comic thing, and he saw that the Pokemon thing had a coin in the pack, and he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna get that for Jim," and I'm like, "But dude, I don't really do Pokemon, but you do coins," and I'm like,
Oh,
"It's
yes.
plastic."
Typhlosion, or that's the one before.
That's Quilava.
Quilera, yeah. I'll bet Mad Spidey knows more of these weird ones than I
This
do.
one's Hippodon or something.
Oh,
crap
yeah.
like
Oh,
that.
Hippowdon. Yeah, that's the
Hippowdon.
evolved form.
Here's shit. I don't know how to say these things. Twibble.
No, that's one of the newer ones. I don't know those ones yet.
Yeah, they're not in Pokemon Go, so
No.
Chariot or whatever.
Chatot. Yeah, that's actually a regional over here.
Glammeow.
honestly, if you're gonna ask anybody, Rob's here, so
Yeah. Schwein. I don't know. This looks like a big turd.
Swinub.
Looks like a big turd. Oh, this one looks like a Pokeball.
Oh,
Voltron.
oh yeah, Voltorb.
I'll be back, Tyler.
I got him.
Bashel. I don't know any of these.
I feel like you're
but-
pronouncing them perfect so far.
Yeah. And then and this is what I don't understand. What the hell is that? That's just there's no
That's the energy card. It's part of the game because Pokemon's a game.
And then this one. What is this one? This is an
A
energy
trainer card.
Yeah, whatever. All right. Anyway, he
It
got
tells
for the
you what it
coin.
is. If you read it, it tells you like how it's used in the game.
I'll just send them to you. I'm not going to keep them.
No, send them to Rob. Don't bother.
Send them to Rob.
He
I will keep the coin though.
He was
I'll throw
just
him with the
messaging
coin.
me about getting more to put in the giveaway.
Okay, I'll send them to Rob. Rob, do you want me to send them to you?
Yeah,
You can put them in the back.
Rob's using the old man trick of selective deafness.
He
Yeah.
has so many, he doesn't need them. I think is what he's doing.
Okay.
But it doesn't mean that he doesn't want to collect them for giveaways. So everybody, any
Yeah.
loose Pokemon cards that you don't want to keep for your own collection, send them to
I still
Rob.
got these to send to Rob.
Oh, there you go.
Wow.
Just a
Wow.
couple. This should last you a few years.
Oh, that reminds me. I've got to get the bloody Harry Potter things out of my bag.
Well, I just thought it was funny. He's like, it had a coin. I was like, dude, it's
Here.
plastic.
I'll send you a V-Star card. I don't think you have a V-Star yet, Rob.
Comic books. Rob, how about them? Did you read this one? It's Ron B. Doing
I
Batman.
haven't had a chance to read any books yet this week.
It's pretty interesting. That first issue was kind of like, I don't know where this is going.
Tyler, more than
But that
Maggie.
second
It's in the
one-
month again. I don't have time to read books until the beginning of the month.
Deathstroke. Year
Dan
one.
Burke.
Excellent. Just finished reading that yesterday, and I was like, this is really good. But I didn't think Green Arrow could take out Deathstroke at all. But it's Deathstroke year 1 when he's still not full, badassery. He's still learning how to be a badass. So they're kind of evenly keeled. Now, I think Green Arrow would get killed by Deathstroke. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is the end of the month. And
Yeah.
I told him I need a day off or there might be a problem here at the office. So that's why I took the day today.
That'd be nice. If I tried to ask for a day off at the end of the month, they'd look at me and go,
well, my boss did it last month, and I think he felt bad because I had to pick up
"Are
a
you
lot
in
of the slack.
finance?"
I'm not, oddly enough, but somehow I got picked into. There's certain reports that have to go to corporate by this much time, and I did some of them for him and there were no problems. So I think now he knows. He's like, shit, I can take a Friday off at the end of the month.
And we're always at my team because we're dealing with contracts and whatnot. We're always at everybody's trying to rush to get everything in before the end of the month. It's a burden on us. So, which is why my boss back in June when I took my cruise and it was at the end of June, so it was end of month and end of quarter, and she's, how the hell did you get that time off approved? I said, I submitted it to you like 9 months ago, and you probably had no concept of when that actually was when you approved it. So cheers to you.
There you go. Well, they're going to 410s at my place, and honestly, I didn't think I was.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, I didn't think I was going to be qualified for it.
I'm not keen on this 5 and 6/10s bullshit.
And so I said I would. When they said I was like, okay, I'm gonna try it and do 410s. But something in my gut tells me they're gonna keep going. Can you come in on Friday for a little bit? We need to go over this, and I'm gonna be like, nope. We'll see how long it runs. No. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, no. I try. I mean, I end up working a lot of extra hours, especially at the end of the month. But
sure,
I still try to make it clear that like when I log out, it's like I'm done, because especially when I work from home, it's just too easy for people for it to go. So I mean, it's like I don't answer my phone. I mean, unless it's like my CEO calling or
right.
My boss calls. Oh, should I do something? I'll say, well, I'll get to it on. I've told her many times, and I'll get to it on Monday. I'm off the.
Sure.
I got to maintain. You try to maintain. Yeah, it's very important when you're working from home to maintain a balance. The same thing like when you're working a 410s type shift deal thing. It's like, unless you're in a position where you're obviously your salary and there's all this other stuff, it's really still important. It's as much as possible to push against that type of stuff, because you're right. It becomes, well, you did this time, now it's next time, then it's this time. It just becomes easier and easier each time.
That's what I said.
Ask for that.
I'm salaried, and I don't want to be like, hey, you said we could.
You
work
said,
hey,
that's my day off. Yeah.
Yeah.
But even still, when I'm salary, because I do it a lot of times where my boss works like ridiculous hours. She works she's like on all the time, and I told her, I'm not gonna do that. Yeah. And she goes, what? And she'll like question me sometimes. I said, look, I get paid to do a job. I understand that. I said, but the job is but the pay that I'm paid is based on the assumption of a roughly 40 to 45 hour work week.
Right.
I said, so when I go, if the expectation of you is that I'm going to be working 60, 70 plus hours, I'm on call all the time, then there's a difference in pay that we need to talk about.
Right.
Because
absolutely.
just because you pay me salary doesn't mean that I work all this time, all the time type of thing. And maintaining a work-life balance is important if you're going to have long-term productivity at your employers.
Yeah.
So,
well, they've been pretty good, but I just know how at the end of the month, they just cram everything in. They just want to get as much, they want to ship out as much stuff and have everything go out to hit that number. So I'm like, that's cool, but I don't want to hear about, can you come in on a Friday and it's the middle of the month? And I've seen them do that too. So I'm like, we'll see how this plays out. What is this corn thing that she's talking about, Tyler?
I don't know. I don't get on TikTok, so
I don't know either. But I'm curious now. Your sister has me curious.
What porn?
Something about
Maggie knows something about porn on TikTok. I don't know.
I gotta see it. Hold on.
Oh, corn.
Corn.
Oh,
Corn porn?
Corn porn. I think it's corn porn on TikTok.
I don't know. It's either way. It's the same to me.
She thinks you should TikTok in a field. I guess.
I'm right next to a cornfield. I could definitely do that.
And Marcus says your corn is nothing compared to Kansas corn. How about that?
Yeah, sounds like a
She
Kansas
sent you.
idiot would say
She
that.
sent you some corn porn.
I really like corn.
What do you like about corn?
It's cold. I'm good for enough. It has to choose.
So you're supposed to like TikTok to this
Jump in the
song?
field.
I have no idea. I really like corn.
So she
It's
wants
corn.
you to go to cross the street and jump in the field. Then somebody
Yeah,
stupid.
I definitely could. I'm gonna have to look into it, I guess.
That's so
Chip.
ridiculous.
Can I just say that there's something wrong with this generation?
I'm
Man.
telling you.
Because they like the camera
No
too
doubt.
much, man.
Because we like corn, Rob.
No, I don't know. I just see it's like we're gonna
Yes,
need
it
like we need assistance, and it's gonna be all filmed on TikTok.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me look that up for you real quick. Find out how to do that
Yeah.
in TikTok.
MILF, man. I love
I know you're
farming.
bleeding out and everything, but that's okay. TikTok will show me how to fix it.
Man,
absolutely.
Burke's on fire today. Burke's dropping some bunnies without a
Why
doubt.
is he at school
Yeah,
taking care of tomorrow's youth, so that way they can take care of us when we're old and decrepit, instead of
Yeah.
making TikTok videos in cornfields?
May not be time yet.
Because it's a digital generation.
I guess I had seen that before.
It was,
but we
I was
couldn't,
I was sitting down with my youngest.
Go on.
We were getting some stuff for school, during our conversation or something, I said, "Oh, hey, don't let me forget. Just bring your computer to me, and I'll get you set up. We can give you all your passwords and stuff installed here for Disney Plus and Hulu and all this other stuff. I know you don't. I said I know you watch all your stuff on YouTube, but just in case you want to watch something." And they look at me and they're all, "We have Hulu." Oh,
They didn't know.
Had Hulu for years.
That's the best then for them not to know.
It's like, what am I? I'm like trying to think to myself, what is on Hulu that I'm missing that all of a sudden they're so intrigued that they have access to this. It's like, it'll probably be something like stupid, like they're going to watch the Vanderpumps or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, Maggie. Explain it to the old men.
It's a little kid talking about why he really loves corn.
It's a little kid
They
talking
made
about
it
why
a
he really loves corn.
How can we be mad?
And
I'm
they
not
made
mad.
it to a song.
It's just not my thing. I'm not
It's
mad.
just
a
Rob.
little kid. Yeah, it's fine.
Just Rob. Grumpy Rob. Sorry it's not Pokemon Rob.
These damn youngins.
If it had
Yeah.
Pikachu in it, I'm sure he'd fucking love it, but
Burke says he's fixing the Burns Cross as a Green Ranger before he goes to work. Dun, dun, dun. Meanwhile, back at the Burke cave,
What, you chasing around little kids in green spandex?
scaring them to go to school. Here's my flute sword. Go, 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 go.
Playing his flute.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny.
Don't play your flute in school.
As long as you're playing your own flute.
It's fine.
Actually, to answer Maggie's question, is not really so much the thing about the corn. It's just I don't understand TikTok. I don't know. It's my
I feel it's just like Instagram Reels, but like there's more editing you can do.
yeah, and I don't understand Reels either. It's like the number of girls that apparently think their self-worth is defined by likes and put themselves out there, and
it is
kind of weird. All I know is anytime one comes up, it's just like scantily clad women bouncing and jiggling and stuff. It's like, okay, is that what you feel? You have to do to get
here.
to feel good.
Right here.
Yeah,
to
I
feel
get
good
a
about
lot.
yourself. I mean,
I
feel
get a
sad.
lot of likes on my feet videos, to be honest.
I just
There
don't
are a
get
lot
it.
of freaks out there.
the thief
or a lot
video.
of good people.
Why can't I just meet somebody nice and hang out at the bar, drink some whiskey with Chip, and that's all
That
we got to
doesn't
do.
sound
We
fun. When you can watch a video instead of corn,
That's the way to go.
Yeah.
Our feet.
Each to their own.
And if they
Pokemon.
don't like me, I don't give a shit. So who cares?
You know, it's probably good that we're both married, Rob.
Yeah, I
You
don't
know.
define my self-worth based off of whether
don't
other
wanna-
people like me.
We don't want to go down that rabbit hole. Didn't they do a
Well,
whole Netflix do a whole video on that?
I don't know. I don't know.
Maggie
Probably.
loves my Tootsies.
All I know is that you're right, Jim. It's like if I hadn't, I don't even know. I always joke all the time because I met my wife in high school and we started dating in high school. So I said, I don't know. I told her I can't leave. Don't worry, honey. I'm stuck with you. I'm never going to leave you because I don't know. You know, if I can't live without you, obviously at this point in time, who'd do my laundry, who would cook, and all this other stuff. But then I can't meet a new girl. I mean, if I went back to high school, that's one place I know how to meet girls. I can't go back to high school now. I mean, it's creepy as hell.
Oh, you could actually, but yeah, it would be creepy.
I'd be like, Burke.
Yeah.
All you need is a
Except,
van.
except the Burke at least is half my age almost.
Yeah.
All you need is a van and some candy. Just ask Tyler.
That's true.
That's right. Yeah, a van with some candy. Yeah.
Is the hair grown back yet?
Oh, my hair?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
coming along.
Slowly.
Well, it's really gray right here. This is the first time I've ever showed my hair on stream. So
You don't keep it you don't grow it out too much, do you? Anyway, you usually keep it pretty short.
I don't really pay attention to my hair, to be
I don't
honest.
know
I just
why.
cut it when I feel like I need to cut it, I guess,
He's
or if
like-
I
he's
need to
like-
make a video.
He's like me. He goes to sleep with a hat on.
Yeah, I wear a hat all the time, so I just don't really care what my hair looks like.
Got it.
Yeah.
Whatever Chip does is what I want to do because I just want to be like Chip.
Yeah. That was your first mistake.
Always think Tyler's his sister sharded. That's a better name for Maggie. Seen Tyler's hair exactly one time. No, you haven't. I've never showed my hair. That was the first time.
Yeah. No doubt.
So, what did everyone think of She-Hulk? We haven't even talked about She-Hulk. I can't believe it.
It went really fast. I was surprised.
It was a
how-
short. Yeah, it was a short episode, but
Sure.
It's
it
nothing
moved
much-
them. It moved the narrative. It told us, it was entertaining to a degree. It took me away from the realities of the real world. So it achieved what I needed it to do.
I can't tell what it is. Just looks like a blob.
The Fighting Irish.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
It's a
Notre
racist.
Dame.
It's a racist tattoo, is what it
Not
is.
racist. Not
Portray-
racist. Not this one. I have got
Portraying
another
the entire. Well, they're not racist. It portrays all the Irish as nothing but fighting drunk people.
There's actually a backstory to it, but
Sean Astin went to Notre Dame. didn't
Basically,
he?
it says
wasn't
that
he,
Irish
Rudy-
people and
what's his name,
Australian
Rudy
people
or
are the
something?
same.
Rudy Rudiger.
oh yeah, I have it.
Rudy Rudiger.
I should have showed it. I've got this, the original Rudy VHS signed by the original Rudy. I guess it's
Nice.
not signed by
Would the
Sean
original
Astin.
Rudy be Rudy?
So originally, his name was Rudy, but
Now it's
Huh.
Rudy. Rudy
He's
now
worth
Rudy.
$1
Rudy
million
now.
now.
Mm-hmm.
$1.2 million. That thing. VHS are coming back, baby. Rewind that sucker and let's play it.
Especially seeing I threw like hundreds of them out years ago.
Yeah, a lot of
I
people
couldn't
did. I
even
did.
sell them.
Rudy.
There you go.
Sorry, I don't know who Rudy is.
Is
Rudy?
Rudy still alive?
Yeah,
Rudy.
definitely.
I couldn't remember. He's got to be close to 90, right? He's got to be.
I would think.
Yeah,
I don't
mean,
know
was-
when he was born.
Yeah, but I mean, he looked like he was in his 60s when he was at Notre Dame.
Yeah, I think he just had an old look to him,
Maybe
like Nick's Kicks and Comics.
a weathered look is what you're saying.
Yeah,
A
no
weathered
old,
look.
not weathered.
If by old you mean super buff and humongous, then yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
but for an old man.
Oh my god.
Brick shithouse.
That's funny. I don't know. Yeah, I enjoyed She-Hulk. I thought it was fine. It's like Rob said, it moves the story along. Now let's get into some. I want to see some more
He's
fighting
74.
action. 74, really?
God, yeah, I would have thought older than 74.
I would have thought, I would have thought late.
He just looked
80s.
old when he was young, I guess.
Yeah,
Matter of fact,
I mean,
he just celebrated his birthday because he was born on August 22nd, 1948.
Wow.
I would have never thought he was. I thought he would have been
He's
older.
short.
For sure.
Holy cow!
Yeah, he's not a big dude.
He's only 5'6".
He's not a
That's
big
huge
dude or
compared to
anything.
some people.
That is
But
a
then
short
you
ass.
stand around all those 6-foot giants on the field, man. Everybody's
Well,
gonna
back
look
then they
taller.
weren't 6-foot giants on the field all the time, but people have got
True.
the size of your athlete has gotten a lot bigger over the last.
Right. Yeah.
But still, he was not a large individual. No.
With all the corn.
Yeah,
Yes.
Indiana corn. Although he coached at like what, South Carolina before?
He did.
Oh, then it's the tobacco.
No, wait. Yeah, I think so.
But
And I think, or West Virginia, or one of those two.
I thought
Oh, then it's the
She-Hulk was
meth.
fine.
It's the meth.
It was like, you know what? I really wish we were seeing the Hulk story that's going on because that one looks good. Because he's
the one
going
in,
somewhere.
yeah, he's going
Right.
somewhere.
I wish we were seeing that because that looks a lot better than this
That
one.
could be
I
fun,
I
yeah.
think it's fine. It's nothing good or bad. It's just exists.
Yeah, it's a fun entertainment.
You might be going to say Nick Fury in space.
Yeah. but
Although I
we'll-
do
we
kind
don't
of
know.
like this whole little piece of I like the way that they're bringing up this, tying in some of the stuff that we've seen. Like now it's like, oh, okay, all of a sudden it's like you're going to represent the Abomination. Oh, now here he is now in his Abomination form, fighting in the club. So you're seeing where this now fits in the timeline.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
With
from
Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool.
That is cool. That is
But
good.
but I mean, is it great TV? No, it's not must-watch TV. But is it crap?
Yeah.
No, it's not crap either.
It's definitely
entertain-
not crap.
it's-
I'm surprised
it's
at the hate
saccharine.
it's gotten.
Yeah, no, me too. I mean, it's saccharine, is what it is, right?
I just it's like very okay.
Yeah.
It's like maybe
Yeah.
a
When I need a
6.5.
break, when I need a
Taylor
break,
Winder,
22
we
minute
need a new
break.
shirt. Very okay.
Extreme amount of okay.
A non-NCU Hulk movie. Yeah, I mean,
So yeah, I believe Chip.
and then the next episode will have what is it? Wong come on and explain why he took him out of prison to do the Fight Club.
Yep.
And then it'll be okay. Yeah, it's something to kill 22 minutes, like you said. But
Yeah. I don't have a lot to say about it.
yeah. Now, did you watch Sandman? Because I've only
Yeah.
watched a couple episodes of that, and I've decided I need to have like I can't watch it on my TV. I'm gonna have to watch it on my tablet because there's too much going on, and in my house that sometimes when I go to watch it, and I feel like I need to focus or I'm gonna
You
miss
do
something,
need to focus.
you know. And I'm like, shit.
So
Yeah,
Angel
I
was
missed
talking about
something.
that last night.
Yeah.
Sandman. She was like, "Have you watched this?" And I was like, "No." I was like, "You mean it's comic related?" And she was like, "It's an amazing show." I was like,
It's
"No, I
really
have no
cool.
interest in it at all." But I've
It
heard
might-
good things.
I'm
Yeah,
And
trying
she's
to
like, "You need to
think.
watch it."
It's really
It's
cool,
got to
but-
be one of the best comic book shows I've ever seen.
It's
can't
really
believe it.
cool, but I don't know that, but it's really cool. But I feel like if I don't pay attention, if somebody distracts me, I'm gonna miss something because I don't usually
I'm
hit
shocked.
the pawns. I'm just
I'm with you. You do have to pay attention, but it is next level. I want to read it now because it's so good. Lisa likes more than me. She's almost through her second full watch of it.
really.
Yep. Every day she's come home, she's put it on.
I feel like I need to watch that.
Yeah, I really can't believe how good it is. And I will say the first like 15 minutes of it, I really wasn't into it. But the next 15 minutes got me into it. It was like a lot was going on. I didn't know what the hell was happening, but it catches you up. Yeah, I had no interest too, Nick. I didn't even want to watch it. We just like sat down. I was like, I'll watch one episode and probably forget it exists until it's like incredible.
Yeah. Well, it
Wait a
turns
minute.
into a whole revenge thing, and that's
Is
when
it like Incredible? Because
no.
Or is it like The Incredibles?
Incredibles.
No, it's seriously
or
good.
is it Incredible?
I can't recommend it enough, honestly, and I would have never expected it to be this good.
Because I know when Tyler recommends a show, for me at least, it's a must see.
Yeah, I would say this is a must see.
Okay. All right, I'll see y'all later. I gotta go watch
Chris.
this thing.
Chris, a Retro Rocket
Bye.
up in Canada.
Hey,
Retro
Chris,
Rocket Comics.
in
I don't have
Cambridge, Ontario, right? Is that what it is?
Let's go with maybe.
No,
I know he's in
Cambridge.
Canada, and
Yeah,
he's near
Cambridge.
Chris, which is
Cambridge, Toronto. Cambridge. Oh, and I'm going to say Cambridge. That's what Chris said. Cambridge.
well, Toronto's not a state. Toronto's a city.
Okay. Well, Cambridge, Toronto area. I had a friend who was sending their child up there to boarding school, and he came back and said, I'm not going to go back my next year. And I said, good for you, buddy.
Remy,
Tell your
just hold
mom.
that pose. Someone's painting your portrait right now.
Cambridge,
Ontario. Yeah, there you go.
That's right.
No, keep looking off in the distance like you were off to the side with the trident off to the side of you while you're looking off. It was a perfect pose for someone to paint your picture.
There you
Your
go.
portrait, yeah.
Let's shoot that picture right now and just get that taken care of. We'll just.
I just wanted the whole back lot here. Everybody, all these other businesses, I want them to see.
In your door as you're standing there with a trident, just like, just in case you guys want to start turf war.
Yeah, in case you're wondering what protects this realm.
This is why I don't, and I don't care.
It's like if you walk around with a samurai sword, like don't mess with that guy. You got
and Remy said,
sword.
Look, not only do I have this trident, but I will use it. I don't care. I don't give a F because look, I don't finish these walls. Blood splatter ain't gonna matter.
Yes. We'll just paint right over it.
Yeah,
that's funny.
Oh, I like that. Blood splatter don't
it's interesting. Have you ever had to go up against a gladiator before? No? Oh, okay. Well,
in big and Tyler and big and Remy so that Nick can see it. Show him the trident from pull it back there. Pocan Joe made that.
Yeah, this is a trident.
Yes. I know. I know you're confused because initially, I thought that it was a candelabra for an elaborate Liberace
handmade by Pocan
cosplay,
Joe.
but it turns out no. In fact, it is a French trident.
I need to make the arm
because it had a fleur de lis at the. I never seen a trident with a fleur de lis at the other end, so it's a French trident.
No, it's a backup in case he needs to.
It's not a true fleur de lis. Never mind.
And it's got little hooks here.
So you can hang it on your belt.
It later. I got some bags of powder. I'm going to be stabbing in a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Nick.
Yeah, you could maybe use it for that, but this is even better.
Yeah,
no, only for murder.
Only for murder.
Well, who knows? Maybe he can use it as a replacement as a pitchfork for pitching some hay, or pitching some woo.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go stop by a farm and be like, "Hey, y'all need some help?" Brought my own pitchfork. They're like, "That's not a pitchfork." Like, I know it's a trident.
Instead of a chainsaw unboxing, can we get a trident unboxing and you just like chuck
three boxes at once?
I'll tell you why.
Well, it died, but
you can't cross.
Because last night at like midnight, Logan was like, "Oh, we got to stab something with this," and I was like, "You're right." And so he's like, "All right, triple cardboard," and he put 3 layers of cardboard. And as a joke, I like just tried to like stab it real quick, and sure enough, all 3 went into the thing. I was like,
This is just a stream. We got multiple comic book shops watching us. We got Augusta
Nice.
Book Exchange here, along with Retro Rocket Comics.
Yeah.
How you? The question from Paul, he wants to know, how did you get the Trident to work?
So I opened up the back seat of the Jeep, and then I positioned it at an angle. I almost had it hanging out the window. I was like, I might as well just let it hang out.
as
Then
he's
you
traveling
slam
down the road,
brakes and it goes flying out.
Oh, I'm sorry, officer. Did you want to pull me
the car
over
in front.
because of that right turn? Really?
It literally like launches at 40
I
miles per
showed you
hour
my
to
Trident. What am I
straight in.
not showing you is more like it. Ninja Star.
You see, he's focused on getting pulled over with it while we're talking about the car accident that ensues and it launches through his windshield as a projectile,
No
taking
lie.
out multiple individuals on the way.
No
An entire
It,
family,
like, lands in
two
someone's
children and
windshield
the
and
mother were
stops.
taken out by each impaled by a single pitchfork as it flew
His
through his
least favorite
windshield.
comic.
It's
trying
like
to
the
get-
beginning of Final Destination, where it like just goes right in between a couple people, and they're like, "Wow, that was close." And
Yeah. So I mean, any staff scene from any movie, any of none shall pass. Like any of this is it's all gonna be Remy Q Studios now with the Trident.
Are you gonna have a new green screen backdrop where it's all water? And you can stand there swirling waters.
I woke up a little taller this morning. I did. I felt better.
You could be standing there like Poseidon.
You gotta cosplay it now, Remy. You gotta cosplay it. You
Wow.
know?
It's hard to cosplay when it's real life.
over-
That's
ooh,
the only problem. It's when you
Over at
have all
Remy's-
this real life power in your hands.
Yeah, they
Over at
wouldn't let
Remy's
you bring
place
that
now,
in for nothing.
Instead of how it's trendy, this lumberjack thing is trendy, and people are doing axe throwing at their bars. At Remy's place, we can have
Ooh.
trident tossing.
yep.
That's
Remember, you
Take
should
it to
take
a
it to a
seafood
seafood restaurant. I'm here.
Oh,
line up the
that is
fish.
funny.
That
It's got to be like the
hilarious.
most mainstream, like Red Lobster.
A
Like I want
buffet.
something.
It has to be a buffet, and you like
So-
walk up to the buffet with it. Where is your fish?
God
on
damn.
the shoulder.
Yes, I've come to procure the fish. That would be That's hilarious.
That is incredible. I like how it has like style to it too. Doesn't look like a traditional Trident. Looks like a very fancy one.
Yeah, look at these like hooks at the end.
Yeah. How fresh is the fish? Speedo,
bring my own fish.
thongs, and then your Trident.
But not like a whole fish, like a cut piece of salmon, and just stick it on the end, and then walk around with it. Put it over
And
the fire.
Bite it off the Trident. Eat it
Ooh.
off.
Or
This Saturday, s'mores in the backyard.
Well, we get a Remy
you can just get some of those
Trident.
like
Yeah, he did it last
stuffed
night.
a
You
stuffed
gotta
shark
check
or
it out,
something,
Brian.
and just hang a stuffed shark off of it. Yeah. I got your baby shark.
Oh my God! Of
Yeah.
course,
Yeah,
Rob
don't
knows
do that. Don't do that. Mm-mm. Don't do that.
That song gets stuck in your head.
Oh
so
yeah.
good.
Don't
Oh,
do
just
that.
like any other Wiggles song.
Oh, I love the Wiggles. Hot potato.
Yeah.
Classic.
Cold spaghetti, right? Yeah. Captain Feathersword. Yeah, good stuff.
You guys know
Chugging.
more about it than I do.
Hey,
They're
I
Australian.
probably yeah. My wife has seen him in concert multiple times.
Oh man.
Really?
I'm
Oh,
jealous.
my kids are the age that were right at the height of the Wiggles
Oh,
heyday.
yes, fruit
with the original lineup.
I just
Yeah,
wouldn't let my
fruit
kid
salad.
watch
There you
it.
go. Yummy.
I didn't.
I don't know this
I didn't
one.
let 'em- I didn't watch it.
Toot,
didn't
yeah,
know.
yeah, big red car. Yeah, that was. We used to. I had the big red mug at work at the time. I was working in a warehouse, and so we were always trying to put these hooky songs in everybody's heads, and we all had kids about the same age, and so it was always when I'd go, hey, it's time for me to chugga from the big red mug, and
Yeah,
To me, it was always just the Muppets thing. Phenomenon.
well, sure, that was always a good one too. But
That doesn't even bother me compared to the Wiggle song.
We watched. We didn't watch any of that. We watched Buffy the Vampire Slayer
with your kids.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Interesting.
My wife didn't like it, but I was the stay-at-home dad, and I got the rules,
Wiggles.
So I was like, dude, we're gonna watch Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
My kids' desire to watch the Wiggles was encouraged because it was better than what he normally wanted to watch, which was just videos of trains passing by each other. He was huge into trains,
a little bit.
and train meets videos were his favorite, and they would just put us to sleep.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, you got a child running around with unsupervised because both parents are passed out from watching boring fucking trains.
Yeah, I loved trains as a kid too. I don't know why.
I don't know what that is. I mean, like my son was the same way. When we weren't watching Buffy, we would have to watch Thomas. We traded off. Daddy got to watch
Thomas.
Buffy
At least there was
for a
dialogue,
little bit, and then Thomas. He'd like to watch Thomas. And,
Bluey.
So
don't know about Bluey. Yeah, I mean Thomas. At least there was talking. I mean, he was literally just watching videos that were produced of just real life trains passing by one another. It's like someone would set up a tripod. Here's a train coming this way. Here's another one. Yeah. It was called Train Meets, and it was them passing by each other. And it's all right. And you have some every once in a while. Oh, here's a South Pacific 10-4 locomotive from the 1975.
Well, apparently, an episode of Bluey got banned over there because he farted in it, and apparently somebody complained over in the US, and that episode got banned over there.
I don't even know what Bluey is.
I don't. Yeah, I've never.
It's that blue dog. I don't know. It is an Australian thing apparently, but it's. I don't know.
We have a blue dog. It was called Blue's Clues.
Yeah,
that's what I use in my mail call video image. It's the mail. It never fails. It makes me want to wag my tail. Yeah.
Didn't Steve get in trouble and go to jail or something like that, or whatever?
No, he did some mail. I don't know. There was a couple of them, but
yeah, he's like,
I made that one time, that video, that still image one time, and people loved it because it was so creepy of my face on Steve's body that it was like that just became like, okay, that's gonna be the new mail call video image all the time.
You know what the funny thing is? Aggressively, there's actually one of those in Melbourne. There is actually a restaurant train that literally actually it's a tram, not a train, but it just goes around the city and you can actually have dinner on it.
Oh, we used to have one around here that was actually a bunch of train cars that were just set up, but they weren't actually on a track anymore. It was just they put a bunch of them together, and it was a stationary like restaurant like any other building, but instead of building a building out of normal building materials, it was built out of train cars.
I'm just here for the Bluey talk.
We don't know what that is, so
I don't know
you have to
Bluey.
explain it to us.
Bluey is a show that meant for children from Australia that they've sort of imported here into the States that my 3-year-old loves. Truth be told, I love it too. So.
And you wouldn't have seen the fart episode because it got banned.
So there's another episode that got edited. Because Bluey, they're anamorphic dogs, okay? Uh-huh. And in one episode, Bluey's dad is talking to another dad about being neutered, and they edited it here in the States, or the version that plays in the States, to talk about biting. I guess you can't talk about being neutered on Disney Plus.
What? I want to know about the fart. Why can't you talk about farts?
Obviously, you guys don't like fart jokes in America.
We love.
I disagree.
Not for little kids. That's
Those
like
are the only jokes I like, actually.
Well, that's what little kids like. Is their joke is the fart joke? It's the building blocks to better jokes.
Hey, once they can, for a long time, some of those kids, they would tell jokes, and their whole joke that they would tell you would just be fart.
Yeah,
right. I went up and
they think it was hilarious.
Farted. Yeah.
I actually am behind on my reading because I've been watching so much Coco Melon.
Oh God, I can't stand Coco Melon.
I don't think it's creepy.
I
don't know what that is.
So about the age of 2, my daughter really got into Cocomelon, but she didn't know it was called Cocomelon. So she would just run around and yell, "I want to watch JJ. I want to watch JJ," because that's the name of, like, the baby. And it's someone made nursery rhymes and put them up on YouTube.
Okay.
And it's awful.
You have to watch like 3 seconds of it, and that's all you ever need to watch. It's horrifying.
No, I'm not going to watch it.
It's
Friday, Travis.
Awful. It's awful.
I like your suggestion. Bluey and Louie need to do a crossover.
When my kids were young on YouTube, the one that they liked was only YouTube stuff. Was that there was like badger mushroom, I don't know, some stupid freaking song. It was like always he did run around in circles as in the living room as his badger mushroom.
That kid liked there was a pig show. I can't remember the name of it though. There was a pig show. He was like an Irish pig.
Oh, Peppa Pig. Yeah, Peppa Pig.
No, this was not Peppa Pig. This was like it was a male. It was I can't think of the name of it. But my wife would know. We watched that for a while. What was that one?
Cole Badger was a character on Firefly. That's what I'm sticking with.
There's some other stuff that I don't remember all that stuff he used to watch, but yeah, I got yelled at because she came home early one day and we were watching Buffy, and she's like, "Why are you letting our child watch Buffy?" I'm like, "Better than some of this other crap he wants to watch."
Because it's educational.
And I'm like,
most of the time, my son all he wanted to watch was How It's Made. He would sit there and watch How It's Made over and over again.
I was okay with what he wanted to do, but he didn't want to watch that.
I was fine with him watching this stuff, but it was weird because then he'd sit there like my son did not like to talk to kids his own age. He only wanted to talk to adults most of the time. And then he'd walk up to them and he'd talk about something. He's like, "Oh, did you know that the capacity of Rotterdam is over 12?" He starts talking, regurgitating all this data fact. And people are looking at him going like, "What is this kid talking about? The shipping cargo handling capacity of Rotterdam freaking shipyards and stuff?" And he's still like that today. Whatever he's on, like right now, he's been for the last 4 years. It's been nothing but World War II battleships or naval forces, and he's talking about all these esoteric facts. And every time you want to call him out as you're just making shit up, and you look something up, and sure enough, he's dead on what he's talking about, and you're just like,
I can't watch How It's Made with food stuff because it makes me so hungry.
Yeah, Adventures of Piggly Winks. Oh yeah,
that's what it was. That's what my kid loved to watch, and I was like, "This is okay. This isn't bad. It's better than Thomas."
Dora was the big one too.
Dora.
Yeah, Dora.
What was your favorite part?
Was it a little creepy though when they made a movie about that?
I like that too.
Yeah. Let's go to Backpack.
Caillou.
Say Backpack. Say Caillou. Nothing beats Caillou.
Yeah.
Because he says daddy. Oh, yes, daddy.
Of course you'd love that.
God, Caillou's the shit.
Oh, Lord.
What was his sister's name? Like Rosa or something?
Sounds right. I
have no idea what you're talking about.
God damn it, Rosa! I'm telling Daddy.
I don't think there was any God damn it, but
no,
but he was thinking it.
Lord. Yeah, I'm.
Did he have cancer? I don't know. I don't know enough about Caillou.
They always talk about his bald. The kid had no hair and stuff, so it was always like he's one of those cancer kids.
What else did
I was much happier when the kids moved up to Phineas and Ferb.
Yeah, he liked Phineas and Ferb. What was that one?
Perry the Platypus.
Yeah. That's what it was. Perry.
And Doofenshmirtz Incorporated.
And
Doofenshmirtz.
Isn't it funny? There's like a gap. So it's like kids know about this, and then you guys because you grew up, but I don't.
Right, because our kids were
kids, and it was just out of my range, so I don't know this shit.
Yeah, this is like the cartoons that were made for kids, but had just enough jokes in them for the parents to stay engaged. You know.
Well, I did the stay-at-home dad thing, so I was deep into watching all of that. I mean, that was.
I would watch some of it because I was working graveyards for a period of time. in there. So
Yeah.
I would cut when I came home. I was up for, until usually around noon or 10 o'clock or noon,
Sure.
my time, to spend some time with the kids. Well, and then the nanny would come over, and then I go to go to bed.
When my first night shift job, I think I was like 21, 22. No, it was probably like 22. And
what?
that was when I'd wake up and there was nothing on TV, and I'd watch those soap operas. But that was helped me to have that angle to get in when you would start meeting ladies, and they'd talk about this soap opera or that, and I could carry along with the conversation. And they were like, "You watch it?" I was like, "There's nothing else on TV when I wake up." I was like, "Sure, I'll watch it, whatever." So.
Oh wow! I'm sorry you got fired, Rob.
Yeah, that was terrible.
Yeah, not working in the graveyard.
Lady Fantastic,
Recess
message
was
me
my
if you want to
jam.
jump on. I can't find you on Instagram. Sometimes like people don't pop up.
We've never seen Tyler's hair, but now we have to look at his arms.
Because of Dragon Ball Z, I'm a huge fan of Dragon Ball Z. I've never seen an episode, and I don't
You
know
don't know any of the
but-
characters' names,
but I
Nice.
love it.
But you got the tank top. There you go.
Yeah, if you go back this week, I got an AOK
Okay.
of Dragon Ball, the first
Cool.
volume, and it came with this jersey and stickers. So I read
So
this
somebody
already.
neutered one of the dragons from the House of Dragons,
Yeah.
and sent you the Dragon Balls.
Yep.
Nice.
And I loved this. I already ordered a couple more volumes, and I can't wait to get them. But I got this too, so I'm wearing it today.
It's like freaking Kyle last night pulling out these like full page things from like 1924 Japan, like some of the original manga that to ever be made. And I'm like, that predates the war. How do you still have? I mean, how is that even around?
Armpit?
So
I don't know why.
don't do that. Don't listen.
No, Ignacio wanted me to show Nick my armpit, so I
to
just
pay
did.
for it. It's to pay for that type of coverage. Come on.
There you go.
You can't just be giving away the farm there. Come on.
It's not my tootsies. I'm not worried about my armpit.
That's kind of how it's kind of found. Sometimes when you find some of these other books, like the one that I dropped yesterday that was from the con this weekend. This is 1945, and you're just like, well,
you're like, how did that make it? How did that stay intact? But
and it's so well, and
look how clean it is. Yeah, I mean that's crazy. When he showed some of that,
what's the grade?
It's a 4.0 because when you look at there's some stuff around the edges and stuff, but they're supposedly, and I can't see it very well at all. They'll find, but it's according to the grader's notes. There's a 10-inch vertical crease that's non-color breaking.
Right.
So they call it a subscription crease, but of course there's no subscriptions in 1945. It was just to roll it up and put it in your back pocket.
Correct.
Crease.
That's what I was saying. Fold it in half.
Yeah. This is an older CBCS slab because it's not as. Yeah, it's more like a CGC slab. I can twist and crack it. So, but I'm not.
Don't send it back. You'll never see it again.
Yeah, no. I'm not in any rush to do anything with it other than let it hang on my wall and just look beautiful. I mean, I couldn't leave it.
Sure.
At the con, like I said, said last night, is like I picked this thing up from the box. And I started looking at it, and before long, I was very cognizant of the people around me who all of a sudden were like looking over my shoulder, waiting for me to set this book down. It's like I was like, no, I think I'm going to hold on to this one. Yeah. Fortunately, the guy was willing to work with me a little bit on price when he's like, well, you're going to pay cash? I said, no, I don't have cash, but I can send you money. I can send you the money via Zell. And he goes, oh, okay, that's fine. Same thing to me. Well,
what's the benefits of Zell over the other ones?
Zell instead of it being a normal payment platform for goods and services, it's just a direct bank-to-bank, peer-to-peer transfer of cash.
Is it like Cash
no
App?
holding.
Well, Cash App and stuff, you could still link credit cards and stuff too, I would think. But
Right.
with this is
Okay.
strictly it's linked to your bank, and it's like for you either certain banks do it, and it's basically it's a bank to bank transfer through without having to give people your routing numbers and stuff.
I think Cash App's the same way, pretty much. I think PayPal's the only one that's like a holding.
That's how I
type
use
scenario.
Cash App.
Yeah,
but apparently you can also put credit cards.
But I mean, you can do the same thing, just like you can also do GPay or other
Venmo.
you do peers. But this one was set up by banks, so Zell was originally set up by banks. I didn't know about it until somebody started asking about it. I did some research and I found out. So, okay, my bank it's built into their app, and that's I guess a lot of the banks that participate in it, that's what they have. But there's a separate standalone Zell app too, apparently.
Yeah.
But I don't use it a lot, but every once in a while, and it's basically just from my checking account directly into their checking account, and so it's not a pay. There's no it's not a payment of goods and services type of transaction. There's definitely zero buyer protection whatsoever. But I was standing there in the con, and I walked away with the book. So
more of a 9.8 guy myself.
Yeah, well, from 1945, it's a little tough.
Yeah, I just wouldn't bother.
It's only a one staple book too, because at that time you were conserving metal for the war.
I mean, I really like this book, but do you have it in 9.8? No. Okay. I'm sorry, we can't.
I'll talk to you later then.
I'm gonna spend my Zell money somewhere else.
No, sir, there is no such There's no such thing as a 9.8 on the census. Well,
so it's not a good.
Can you press it?
So call me. So call me when you get one.
Yeah. Yeah, don't bother with those 4s.
All right. I think I'm gonna go and jump out of here.
Good luck.
Take it easy, Jim.
You need me to send anything to John? I'm gonna see him this weekend. So if you guys got anything, send it to me now.
Oh, there is a 9.4 on the census of this.
Yeah, not quite good enough for me, but
yeah, send him a message.
Good enough.
Keep the COVID over there.
Yeah, keep the COVID over there.
Send him this video.
I'll send him some Nicola Scott art because I know he likes it.
Oh yeah.
There's 36 of these.
All right, guys.
Census.
See y'all later.
Jim, you have a good day, man.
Hi, Jim.
See you, mate.
They don't sell very often either. That's the problem.
Because there's not a 9.8.
No, because there's only 36 of them.
Nobody really cares. It's just like, well,
can't really set the market price without a 9.8 there. I think somebody's missing out on $1 million book.
Lady Fantastic said, check your IG, Rob.
Roger that. I will check my IG. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so yeah, exactly. Lady Fantastic. This is the she was at so what she was asking a question about she has a copy where the trade dress is different. It's called Classics Illustrated as opposed to Classics Comics. This is the first edition. And what she has is a subsequent. Remember, they print on here the blue. The comment actually in the blue is that it is the original edition, is what it actually says. If I don't know if I can get it to show where it's clear. Probably not because it's too small, but that's what it says. So,
but I bet hers is higher grade though. So
hers is raw, so she can still read it.
A higher grade, Rob.
Yeah, it's all about the grade.
Interesting point.
That can't be right. No fucking way.
It is.
So,
Mad Spidey, whatever you found on that Facebook group, contact me first.
Bing? Is it Bing?
Bing. He's using Bing.
Shifty. It says in the description, all I saw was Action Comics 1938, CGC 9.4 for $450, and I'm like,
that's legit. Buy it now.
That
Yeah,
is
buy
not
that.
correct. But then when I look at the description on the actual slab, it says 1966. Yeah.
Do you have that one, Mark?
There's not one in 1966.
Action Comics 338.
Oh, 338. I thought you said Action Comics
one.
Yeah, the first Action Comics reprint was done in the 70s.
Yeah, so it's not a reprint, but it's not 1938 though. It's like 1966, but they've put it in the description as 1938.
So they're just lying.
You're just using all those hot words.
CGC 10 UFR acetate.
What they call clickbait.
Yep, I agree, Trev. Grade is all that matters.
I think when the there's an Action Comics 1 reprint coming out. I guess they're calling it a facsimile.
Yeah.
They just did the Detective Comics 1 this past week. They have the Action Comic 1 coming out. I think it comes out in October. But either here nor there. Once that
is
one
it $6.99 again?
I don't know. But once that one comes out, I'm going to start sending mine in to get slabbed because I want all of my Action Comic 1 slab, obviously, except the Treasury edition. They can't slab that.
Okay,
it'd be cool to have like 11 different Action Comic 1 slabbed up.
Oh yeah.
And then I'm just going to put them on this wall opposite me where I get to see them.
I was going to say, nobody else can see it?
Do you like those sort of comics, Rob? Probably not.
No.
Sure.
He didn't even flinch. No.
Nope.
Yeah, I'm not a big cowboy.
It's like the
Cowboys on that.
Western comics aren't my
What if
thing.
there's a bubble helmet on it?
Yeah, I was gonna say Cowboys in
Cowboys
Space.
in
maybe.
Space? Yeah, that's different. That's
that
called
one
Firefly.
That one actually is 1941.
Cowboys versus aliens.
Ooh. What if some kid in the 40s drew a bubble helmet on top of it? On top of its head.
Not rated at a 5.5. I doubt that.
No.
If it's in a 9.8.
I'm gonna get Rob. I'm gonna find one of those old books and then have somebody do a remark on it where it's got a bubble helmet and send it to you.
Yeah. Yeah, I have that.
On the horse and the cowboy.
Robot horse.
I'm never getting rid of that.
Justin, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm good as well. What secret are you working on?
I've got 50 pages that are due today. So fingers crossed I can get it done.
He can't tell you. They all say Justin is a dull boy over and over again.
Yeah, I actually don't do anything but just typing that into a Word document over and over and over.
These guys think I'm lettering.
All work and no play makes Justin.
Sometimes I change it up and just type in my name over and over and over again.
Yep. Tyler sucks. Tyler sucks. Tyler sucks. Tyler sucks.
Hey, Kenneth.
Yes, the noise is back.
I hear it.
See, with my eyes open
Yeah.
as well.
Matt's body's sleeping with his eyes open again. It's like America's Got Talent. Or I guess it'd be Australia's Got Talent. Less competition there, so.
I've watched that one, yeah. I don't know who any of the people are, but yep.
Like the celebrities?
Yeah, I'm like, oh, it's that guy again.
It's got to be like what? Margot Robbie and
Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman, yeah. They all talk in that fake accent and
go, oh yeah, I'm Wolverine, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the same thing with the Shark Tank that they have over there.
They have a
Watch
shark
plenty
tank?
of that too. I have no idea who
Do
those
they
people
call it
are.
like
You knew
kangaroo tank?
we had a shark tank over here?
Kangaroo tank.
No, it's great white shark tank.
Is it really?
We have a lot of great whites here.
All I know is
On
on Shark
land?
Tank Australia, the goal is to make it into America. They're like, we have to sell to the Americans as much as we can. They're like, so what are your plans to sell to the U.S.? I'm like, oh, and we're going to do this every time, like clockwork. They're like, yeah, you've done good here, but
We're gonna make American flag.
do you
and
think you
they
can
don't
make
have to look
Americans
like
buy
American
this?
flags.
Because those people buy almost anything
11 stripes
and too much
40
of it,
stars,
and
who
they'll pay
cares?
too much.
Yep.
I
We know
like
those
this
idiots
Lady
have a bunch of
Fantastic,
money.
Kylie Minogue, Mel Gibson, the Bee Gees, and then she goes Crocodile Dundee instead of Paul
Yeah.
Logan.
Yeah, it's the same. The Bee Gees are from Australia, all of them.
Yeah.
Really?
Same with AC/DC.
All of them.
Aren't they brothers? Or I'm sorry, weren't they brothers?
Do you
Yeah, Bee Gees
become
are
not
brothers.
brothers somehow? Like you were born brothers, and then eventually you're not anymore.
Well,
No, he's saying that some of them are dead.
yes.
Well,
Thank
you
you.
could still be brothers, right?
Brothers in life and death.
Like even if
These kids have no
I
idea what's about to
die,
go down.
if I die, Lisa was still my first wife, no matter what.
Remy's about to go kill somebody with his money.
But
How
kids
far can you
skateboarding out
throw
back?
it?
Get off my property!
Have you done it to?
I
Where
don't
you
think they
throw
realize
it?
yet. It's like,
When you do your throwing measurement, measure it in meters so no one knows what you're talking about.
ooh, yes.
Also, when the cops come up, go, I was 100 meters away. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yep.
And neither did the cops.
If you die, Lisa will be your last wife too. Well, it depends on when I die. If I die today, yes. If I die tomorrow, who knows what happens tomorrow?
I did not anticipate such deep theological questions this morning.
You're
I
welcome.
was just going to say she'll find somebody better, but yeah, anyway.
No, she could try, but in Indiana,
Just goes out back in the cornfield. You.
You'll do.
yeah.
Tyler's dead. Come on.
Somebody's got to reach things for me. Just pick someone
Is
tall.
that what they call corn husking?
She could try, but in Indiana. Not yet, Lady Fantastic, but here's hoping, you know. You should always aim for something better in life. So why not that also be your significant other, you know?
We'll tell Lacey you said that.
I usually
I've
put
said
an
that
if
to her.
in front of it. Like I always tell Angel, like, well, if this fails, I don't say when, but I'll say if this fails, this
Yeah.
is my plan.
Yep.
So
You go out to the cornfield and corn husk a new wife.
yeah, I'm gonna just drive to Indiana and go into the cornfield. Trident in
I'm
hand,
single
shirtless.
with your Trident.
Yeah.
Just bang it on the ground 3 times, and then they just all start walking out of the corn.
Oh,
Hashtag
one of us.
Tyler's
One
dead.
of us.
I am a generous God.
Oh, God.
All right, I got to run off to do some work now. Work is bugging me.
Have a good one, Rob.
Meetings and all that stuff. If you guys are around and I get the opportunity, I'll try and jump on, but I can't promise anything. So
And
keep
I
the
will
faith
make sure I head
alive.
over to fatstacksmerch.com.
Well, I appreciate that, sir, because all proceeds from that sales there will go to Comics Curing
my
Cancer.
God.
Nice.
And-
Remy,
Only
I
tab.
wish we could do this.
Remember, Chris sent me Chris Comic Vet sent me a picture from Toronto, whatever
Fan Expo.
Fan Expo he's at, of somebody who's walking by who's wearing a henchman Rob Fastsack's henchman shirt.
Oh,
Awesome.
So there you go. That was kind of cool, I guess. Yeah. Remy, I will tomorrow for Remy's place. I will potentially be there for the very beginning of it.
Mhm.
I'm not 100% sure. I might miss it altogether. My wife is taking me out to see Star Wars The Empire Strips Back. It's a Star Wars burlesque show.
well, wait a minute. You better sign
Wait,
on.
wait, wait, wait,
I
wait,
expect
wait.
to see this. Yeah, wait.
And
You're
why are we
leaving
invited?
now?
We want a
Why
live
are we even
stream from
having a
there. What are you
Remy's
talking
place? I
about?
feel like we all need to go to this. What?
Yeah.
Nothing but Kylo Ren's just walking around.
Yeah.
No, it's the original trilogy, so it's even better.
Kylo Ren transcends the original trilogy.
Yeah, it's
He's
apparently I guess it's a lot of storytelling of the original trilogy through burlesque.
Star. There you go.
So yeah.
Yeah, and
Sorry,
honestly,
them
Lady
Sarlacc.
Fantastic, if Tyler and I did do the spouse swap,
Oh my god.
it's
Tyler
the same.
wouldn't
We're
last
just
2
reaching in the
minutes.
top cupboard for the other one. That's it.
Yeah.
That's really
And Remy still has to get the stepladder.
I'd be
It's like,
I can
oh,
just see
okay.
me like, oh my god, I'm
Yeah.
here. Now I have all these kids. And Remy's like, oh my god, Lisa had a
Oh gosh, I didn't even
hysterectomy.
think. Yes,
You know,
Tyler,
things
please,
are so
come on.
different.
I'll take a vacation. I'll go shuck corn or whatever we need
Yeah.
to do. Yeah.
All right, I'll talk to you guys later.
See you later, Rob.
See you, Rob. Oh, that'd be hilarious. Yeah, Tyler wouldn't last 2 minutes in your household.
Yeah, all the kids.
I remember when Ignacio, when we were on WAC, and he was like, "Yeah, there's a zombie apocalypse, and you have to save your kids." And I was like, "Do we have to?" Like, I understand we should, but do we want to? Like, it's the apocalypse. They're children. They're not going to last that long.
Yeah, they're just holding you back at that point.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you're going to eat my food and then be loud? Like, that's how we're going to survive this? I don't think so.
There's only 2 girls in the original trilogy, Rob, but I'm trying to see. That's true. There's just going to be like Leia and what's the other one's name? Luke? I think those were the only 2 in the original trilogy.
No, everybody's going to be played by a female. It'll be the female version of everybody.
That's brave of them. Kids are dead weight during apocalypse times. Gotta let them go. Hannah Solo, yes.
Yeah, it literally was like Leia and Aunt Peru, and that was it.
Oh my lord. That has to be an interesting show. I hope it's good. Or I hope it's terrible and Rob like tells us all about it.
You should get like a GoPro and live stream it from there or something. Like
How long
put
would
under
that
his jacket
be?
or something.
Jabba the Hutt. It's a zombie movie where the dude bails on his wife and kids at the beginning of the movie. Straight up nightmare. What is that? Is that Dawn of the Dead? I don't know.
This is Zombie Man with a Dead.
Welcome to the stage, Mon Mothma.
Bails on his wife and kids.
28 Days Later. I've never seen 28 Days Later.
I haven't seen it since it like came out. I can barely remember it.
Yep, never seen it.
That's the thing. After a while, a lot of zombie movies just meld into one. All you remember is fast zombies or slow zombies.
I like that.
Yeah, I've never been one for zombies.
Speaking of that, I heard they're making a I Am Legend 2.
Yeah, that's been a rumor for a little while, but I think with
I think it's official now, and Will Smith's going to be in. I don't know how that happened, but
maybe he's funding it himself.
Well, he died in the first one.
I don't think I actually watched it to the end.
Well, sorry I spoiled it.
Doesn't worry me. If you can't
So I
spoil it
don't know.
now, when can you spoil it?
Yeah, that's an old one.
Hmm.
Or against the clearly set rules, yeah.
If his dog dies, I definitely don't want to watch it. I can't watch animal dying in movies.
Oh yeah, that happens. I think he kills his own dog.
Yeah, see, I can't
because it got bit.
Yeah. I can't do those sort of movies.
Yeah, I'm Legend. Because there's going to be a sequel, and Will Smith is supposed to be in it, even though he died.
Yeah, I can't do those kind of movies.
It's just one scene. Just skip that one.
If the dog killed him, I'd be fine with that.
In the beginning of Zombieland, there's a fat guy running on a football field to illustrate you have to have good cardio. Yeah.
What rule was that? 33?
Don't remember the numbers.
I've never seen Zombieland.
It's really good.
What?
I told you I'm not a zombie guy.
Well,
I prefer werewolves and vampires and all the other stuff.
I don't know if I consider it a zombie movie.
Maybe. Zombieland. Bill Murray in Zombieland was fantastic.
I think everything in Zombieland is fantastic.
The second one definitely wasn't as good, but was still entertaining.
Yeah. Keep my dog out your fucking mouth.
If Bill Murray is the best part about Zombieland, then Woody Harrelson painting the number 3 onto the car at the beginning of the movie is the second best part.
Yeah. There's just a lot of stuff like that that just stands out.
Yeah. I would honestly consider it like a classic. It's that good. It's a very classic comedy, unforgettable movie. Now you've got homework, Mad Spidey.
Homework?
Watch
Zombieland.
Maybe one day.
You won't regret it, man.
Now you got me wanting to watch it. Did y'all watch it already?
I think I'd rather watch like Night of the Living Dead or something like that.
No, it's better. Better than that.
Did y'all watch She-Hulk already?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about it a little bit. There's not much to say.
Short.
It was
short.
It's good. It's well, no, I wouldn't say it. It's fine.
It's a 6.0. It's fine.
Yeah. Remember the movie White Men Can't Jump? That's a good Woody Harrelson movie. I always liked that movie, but it was like for a sports movie, I didn't love it. I don't know. Like I could think of so many other sports movies I like more than that movie. But it's good. Maybe it's because I didn't grow up with it. I didn't love it as much as.
Were you even born when it was out?
I was gonna say.
Yeah. I just didn't watch it like as a young kid. I don't know. It's good. I just like so many other ones.
If you had to pick one, which one do you prefer? Zombieland or Shaun of the Dead?
Probably Zombieland, but Shaun of the Dead is so good too.
For me, Shaun of the Dead, it's sort of a kind of a boring movie up until that one scene in the bar. And that whole bar scene sort of redeems the whole movie for me.
I thought the banter through it was great. I know,
the banter
is
is
British film, so I don't know, just the whole "you got red on you" thing. It's really low key. It's one of those ones that if you've seen it once or twice and you watch it again, it continues to get better because you start getting kind of the vibe of their humor and stuff.
Yeah, it's a completely different vibe, but I love it.
They got very subtle but dark sort of type of a humor.
I'm trying to I feel like Zombieland is much more of a everyone loves that movie than Shaun of the Dead but Shaun of the Dead is more of like a cult classic comedy. So both stand really high on their own, just in a different way. She-Hulk is a show I would make. I love it so much. Bruce taking up for Steve's street cred is one of the most heroic things I've ever seen the Hulk do. Okay. I wish I said this earlier. I don't think you were on, Mark. That I wish we were getting the story of the Hulk, what's happening with the Hulk, rather than the story we're getting, because I think that could be more interesting than the one we're getting.
Yeah, I think that pretty much anything is going to end up being more interesting than the story we're getting.
I don't think it's not a treasure, Travis. It didn't connect with me as strongly as a lot of other sports movies.
What, you don't like basketball?
I love basketball. I think it's my favorite sport today, at least to watch.
Being from Indiana, aren't you required to watch Hoosiers?
Yeah. Hoosiers is
and a pacer.
Way better than White Men Can't Jump, in my opinion. That's just one of many movies that I like more than White Men Can't Jump.
One of my favorite basketball movies was Above the Rim. But a lot of people wouldn't have seen that necessarily.
I've never seen that. I don't know what that movie is, Ignacio. I've never even heard of it.
Oh, he did that. I'm pretty sure that's the one he did way before Lord of the Rings. It was very low budget. I think.
I'd like to see it just because it's Peter Jackson. That's interesting. Heavenly Creatures. Huh. I haven't seen that either. Too busy watching the Wiggles.
Peter Jackson's Dead Alive is a Peter Jackson movie you have to watch. I think that was his first film. It's insane.
Has anybody started the new Game of Thrones stuff yet?
Oh, yeah.
I did.
I have not.
Yeah.
That first episode was a banger.
Yeah. That was good.
Well, all I know is that Beck said to me, if you're watching it, please tell me after the first 10 minutes. Apparently there's a quite a gruesome scene in the first 10 minutes. That's quite.
I don't remember that. I feel like there was a really gruesome scene like towards the end, not in the first 10 minutes.
Something about holding a piece of anatomy up after it's been chopped off.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Oh, yeah. That's definitely not the worst part of the...
Nah.
I think there was a part that even Lisa cringed at, and she doesn't cringe at anything.
No.
Like towards the end.
I'm too busy trying to finish Sandman at the moment.
Yeah.
I'm up to like episode 9, I think.
How many are there?
11.
Ooh, okay.
There's 10, but they added an 11th like a week later that I think kind of is a standalone.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So, but don't quote me on that. I have not watched it.
Oh, no, we're quoting your ass.
Yeah. When I watch that and I say, this has got nothing to do with the original, Tyler's fucked.
Yeah. Fucking Tyler. It's his fault.
Not cringing anything. What did I do?
Exactly.
All right, I got to jump off, but hopefully I'll be back on really soon. I just got to run to the
put a t-shirt on.
Run to the servo.
I don't know how long I'm going to stay on, to be honest with you. I feel like going and sitting down.
Okay, well, maybe. See you guys.
See you later.
See you, Matt.
Yeah, I'm burned out from the past couple weeks, man. not of YouTube, just burned out physically. And this is my one little off day. Then I work all weekend.
Yeah.
And then next week is going to be crazy with the holiday weekend. It's supposed to be my off weekend, but it's a holiday weekend. I'm going to go squeeze in Dragon Con for one day next Friday.
How is Dragon Con? I've never done that one.
Dude, it's huge. That's what's kind of blowing my mind. I've never looked into it or anything, more than aware of it. Always assumed it's more like anime focused, but its whole shtick is it's like the first con to bring all the cons together kind of thing. It's not a comic con, it's not a video game con, it's not an anime con, it's all of those things. And yeah, it's absolutely huge. All the huge comic creators you expect to be at a con, they're all there. And it's taking place in like 4 or 6 adjacent hotels to each other, all kinds of stuff. And
yeah, so it's not actually at a convention center, right? It's just
it's at numerous hotels. It just takes them all up. So I'm just going as a birthday present to my from my wife. Go meet John Jang and get some things signed and remarked and stuff. So we're
don't pay $20.
So I hate driving through Atlanta. So it's one of those things like I'll be excited once I'm there, and then when it's time to leave, I'll be in a bad mood again until I get home. Then it'll have been a good experience.
Then you can reflect back and go, I had fun.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Except for the travel time.
It'll be all right. It'll be all right.
You're going to go book hunting, or are you just going to go there, just look around and...
No. I'm still trying to get back to where I want to be back financially from the move and everything. You know, moving isn't cheap.
Oh, did you get one of Jason's mystery boxes, Southern Comic Geek?
I did.
Because of the 28 that's up for offer?
No, because it was Jason putting up mystery boxes, and I try to support my buddies.
But so if I get it, do you want to buy it off me? I'll sell it to you really cheap. The 3.0 would be about what you're looking for, wouldn't it? Because you said you wanted a low grade.
Well, I found a 0.5, I think it was. I don't want one that low, but it presented great. Can't remember what was wrong with it. Haven't been trying to actively shop around for one. I window shop all kinds of stuff all the time, but I'm not in a rush or anything. You know, I'll get it when I'm ready to get it.
Right time, right place.
Easily accessible book. You know what I mean? And I refuse to pay F&B for something. It has to be like you said. Just then, like I give it to you for a good price. I don't. If you're paying fair market value for books, you're just impatient.
That's usually me. But that's more right.
But some people don't have the means to hunt either. You know what I mean? If you have the means to hunt, it's a different story. If you don't, you're kind of just stuck with what's.
Well, I'm only stuck with limited options. That's why I just got to grab what I can grab.
Yeah.
So, but I do have another one of those small, little, tiny, like Scout Hall type ones coming up in another couple of weeks. So hopefully I'll have my tax money back. So I'll actually be able to go with a bit of coin to buy some decent books.
Becker said he tipped Jason to a Salvasima Hulk sketch. I saw it. I talk to Jason regularly about Hulk stuff. As soon as you showed him that, Becker, he sent me a picture of it. He was excited. It was an insane sketch too. It was wild.
Was it as nice as my Salvasima Hulk?
You want me to send you the picture of it?
Oh, though mine wasn't a head sketch. Mine's full body with background. You've seen mine.
Yeah.
Myself to see my Hulk.
So Top Gun hit streaming service today. I just sent it to you on Instagram, Spidey.
Ah, awesome.
Might hop off here and watch Top Gun before I have to go back and get Finn. That'd be fun.
What service is it on?
It's just available to buy on digital right now.
Okay.
wherever you buy your digitals.
Yeah, I wanted to go hit it in the theater, but it
It's
ain't
still there.
happening. So
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
That's how I
His-
feel.
His prices have gone up a lot.
You only say that every time you look at artwork, Spidey.
I know. It's only because I
Assume that
remember
this
what
time-
It's realistically, art is about the only thing I remember how much I pay for most times.
Questionable at best is a great way to describe that show. I agree.
yeah,
It's still a very nice head sketch, though.
Yeah, he's got that good head for sure.
Well, it's on hold now.
Jason bought it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I paid $250 US for my piece, but that, in saying that, that was like 8-9 years ago. But Catskill Comics they're a good company to deal with.
He said he bought it from Scott Kress.
Yeah,
Fourth wall
that's the guy that
failure.
runs-
I
that's
would
the guy that runs
disagree on that aspect with it being a fourth wall failure. I would say that it's a timing failure. She-Hulk is always, not always, but she's been a fourth wall breaking character. So her doing that is what you'd expect if you're coming into the She-Hulk show expecting it to be She-Hulkish. That's one of the things I would expect. I just think it's a timing failure and a bigger MCU problem than an into like this show isn't. I think it's on brand, but it's like who gives a shit anymore? The rest of the MCU is too lighthearted and jokey for an intentional, supposed to be lighthearted and jokey show to stand out as unique. It's bland because everything they do is in excess to the campiness and all that. So I don't know. It could get good. It might not. It's just meh.
Little Nicky.
How's it going, Nick?
Good. What's up with you guys?
Waiting for you to plug the community garage sale tomorrow to the 17 people listening.
Mm-hmm.
So while Nick doesn't plug the community garage,
Yeah, no, yeah, he's such a great.
You guys are DC fans. Tomorrow, Sunday may be for you. Whole bunch of stuff going up for sale Sunday morning.
What time? What time is that?
10 a.m. Eastern.
Eastern. Oh, okay. So fake time. Gotcha.
Fake time, yeah. You know, these guys can't compute chips.
Yeah, yeah.
But I got some CGC stuff coming in today.
Cool.
Including a Scotty Young book I have been waiting a long time for. I'm hoping my Justin Birch endorsed John Byrne X-Men t-shirt will come in today.
I'm so happy that they restocked those for you.
Yeah, it was awesome. Thank you. Chip, I didn't know you were a Kentucky fan.
Sure.
He just likes the hat.
I did it as a nod to the Don.
The Don.
Yeah, so I got it.
Nick, who all selling tomorrow?
We have Rob coming on. We have Cole from Cole's Comic Claims.
Oh yeah. Battle of the Mustaches. Competing nominees for the facial hair of the year.
Panda Meg dropped by. I don't know who else. All are welcome. If there's a spot open, you're more than welcome to hop on and sell some stuff.
Rob's coming with that first Silver Age appearance of Solomon Grundy tomorrow. At least half of one.
I'll be at work, so I'll miss it.
The problem is I see the previews of some of the stuff and I don't buy it early. So then it goes to somebody else usually, like the last thing did.
More what? More what?
I'm Steve a channel for me.
You got one.
You got one in your hair right now.
Yeah.
That one for me.
Maybe.
That one for me. It's for me. That one for me.
Maybe.
She's a woman, Mark. You'll never win the argument.
I don't know.
But I need the community to step up because I'm trying to buy a New Mutants 98. So I need everybody to come buy my stuff at elevated prices.
New Mutants 98. I thought you'd already have one of them.
I did. I did have one.
Are you looking for?
I still haven't got one. But I only want a raw though. You'll probably want a 9.8.
Well, no, I can't. Those are going for $1,700, I think.
What can you pick up a raw for over there?
I got mine for like $15. But it was off of
not that price. I can't
the
get
right time, right place kind of thing.
eBay is between $300 and $500.
Yeah.
I got lucky and I got my raw for like 300, 350 and sent it off to be graded and it came back a 9.8.
Along with UF4, that's the other bane of my existence is New Mutants 98. They're the two what I classify as modern books that I want that I still have not got.
Yeah. The thing is I had that book 5 years ago and in a 9.8 and nobody wanted to buy it for $600.
Now, if you had it and sold it for $600, it'd go in seconds.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's like those are like the big three. I picked up a New Mutants 87, which was on my list.
I love Cable. I love that cover.
Yeah, that's one of the sticklers for me. New Mutants 98, and I'm looking for an NYX number 3.
Yeah, that's another one actually.
Yep.
Are these just long-term specs for you personally?
No, those are PC books.
Are you grade specific on 87?
I have an 87 and 98 and a 9.8.
Oh, I thought you just said you needed one.
No.
I've got a bunch of 87s. Direct, newsstand, second print.
Yeah, I picked up an ASM 361 yesterday in a newsstand with $362. $75.
What's 361?
First Carnage.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's come down tremendously. I mean, that was like such false market prices on it to begin with, but it's still came down a lot.
Yeah. I remember Raw prior to the movie, I paid $300 for one.
You get a 9.8 for that at this point.
Yeah.
I think I bought mine brand new off the shelf. I think mine's an Australian price variant version actually. When they used to be in news agents and things like
So
that.
is the whole book printed on Monopoly paper or just the value?
Just the value.
Okay.
You'd be surprised the amount of people that are going after different price variants from around the world now. It's becoming a lot more prevalent.
Yeah, it's all that rarity stuff. All the stuff that I thought was ugly coming up and collecting. I was like, I don't want that. Now it's add $1,000 just because of it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I get asked all the time, oh, can you get this in an Australian price variant? Can you find one for me? And I'm like, I can try.
So are they more prevalent there? Do you see a lot of them?
No,
there?
they've actually become a lot rarer now because of the influx in people wanting them now. You used to be able to just go in there and you'd be like, okay, say 361, the Australian price variant might be $5. The American one would be $8 or $9, and things like that. Now it's the other way around. All the Australian ones are more expensive than the American ones, and there's a lot less of them. But they only did it for, I think it was 5 years or 10 years, maybe. That'll be exactly everything's identical, but it just says AUS and have our dollar amount opposed to the US and the US dollar amount. That's all that's different.
Yeah, and the other one I was looking for was an ASM 328.
328, 328.
That's the the Hulk cover. The McFarlane
Is that
Hulk
the
cover.
Nut Punch?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's one of my favorites too, and I'm looking now.
Well, it's not a key or anything, so it should be a
No,
fairly easy book to find.
In a 9.8, there's a PGX 9.8 for about $125. So I'm thinking about that one.
Do you have any PC books in PGX slabs?
No.
Would you reholder it?
Yes.
Hey, man.
E-Man in the building. He just put up a fantastically edited, enjoyable video at the San Jose Con.
Yeah.
Rob. But with that 328, there was one that came up last week or the week before with a newsstand and a Mark the Jewelers. And I missed out on it.
I don't see the fascination with Mark Jewelers. I really don't. Like, I know they're rarer, but I just don't see the fascination.
I don't know if there's a fascination or either someone just, there's a more rare copy of the book I want. Let me aim for it.
Yeah. And then thus people will charge more for it.
Yep.
As per normal.
Some people will pay more for it.
That is correct.
What did I have? I had a Daredevil 131.
First bullseye.
First bullseye, and that was a 9.2 with a Mark Jewelers in it. I paid $300 for it, and I sold it, I think, 2 months later for $1,400. Just because of that. So
that's another book on my list. I almost had a raw copy of that for, I think my last bid just before the timer went off was like $200, and it went for like $215, and I was like, damn it. I wanted that book. You got one yet, Chip?
Which one?
131, Daredevil. First bullseye.
Oh yeah, I do. Yeah, sorry. Yeah,
you got one.
Yeah. I was just looking. I was trying to remember which one I had. I had the Mark's Jeweler. One of the ones I got at Mark's Jeweler was the ASM 238 First Hobgoblin.
Ooh.
And I didn't realize it had because I was more concerned about, does it have the tattoos? Does it have the tattoos? And when I got it, I opened it up. I'm like, oh shit, it's got Mark's Jeweler and tattoos. Like, awesome. So it worked out pretty good. So
extra rare.
Yeah, well, wouldn't know about extra, but it's kind of nice to.
Yeah, I can't remember. I just bought some random like run filler books from like 80s, 90s on one of my Facebook groups, and I opened it up and it had the old like the Spider-Man bloody card set insert in it. And I'd forgotten that they came in that because I got the whole set of the cards anyway, but yeah, I forgot they even put them in there.
Yeah, this is the other Daredevil I'm looking for.
Yeah, I like that cover.
Just because I had that one when I was a kid.
I got second appearance of Bullseye, but yeah, I still need that first. I still haven't got Elektra yet either. Still need to get that.
And I think the only benefit for me, anyway, having had that stuff before and having sold it, I don't feel as much need to get it now.
Reacquire it. I'm just trying to get the key appearances in the Grail books that I want. You know, for me personally, it's got nothing to do with value, resale value, rarity, anything like that. You know. I just want them for me and for my enjoyment. So that's the way I'll collect, and that's the way I'll always collect. So.
Yep, and I think the oldest book I'm looking at now is an X-Men 19 First Mimic. That's one of my favorites.
That's still an affordable sort of book, though, isn't it?
Yeah, relatively. I'm actually looking at a purple label right now. That's not bad. That I wouldn't mind having. So,
because I think I've seen that. I've even seen that raw over here for like about $100 or something, which it probably might sound expensive to you guys, but I think that's a decent price for over here.
Yeah, I think if you find any book for under $100 these days, it's a
Especially anything of the first Marvel series, sub 100. It used to be like sub 10, but now it's like sub 100, regardless of whether it's a key or not. I was lucky. At that last big con that we went to, I bought that. I picked up an Avengers #5, not much of a key, but still a sub 10 early book, and I bought that for I picked it up for $130. Pretty rough, but I don't care. It's a sub 10.
Yeah, now I'm psyched about just maybe finding stuff. I'm going to start to look at alternative places. Pawn shops, I'm starting to think I might look at.
Consignment shops are great because we've got a couple of those here. You can go in there they're always enjoyable to look at just because you never know what kind of knickknacks you're going to see. But you can go in one time and not see anything whatsoever. Or you go in the next time and somebody has just a stack of comics just in their little thing. Because a lot of those consignment shops are like almost like malls and stuff, like where the little portions of the store, this corner is owned by this one consigner, the next to it is a different one, blah, blah, blah. So I found like the first Damian Wayne as Batman like that, the first Genis Vell, Marvel's son. Those are the two recent ones I found. Just fun stuff like Superman Flash Race. But it's just that randomness, and that's where you find cool prices because people selling their books in that venue are not really, you know what I mean?
They got no clue, really.
Yeah, they're not looking to get maximum price. They're just looking to offload.
No clue don't exist anymore because comics have moved to other media. Like these characters in the comic form is not their most known form anymore. But
that's what's driving the Facebook prices up.
Who uses Facebook?
A lot of people.
Yeah, I've been finding because I only just recently started getting into these groups in the last probably 6 months, and I've actually picked up quite a few. But obviously Rob's book came from one of the Facebook groups, but yeah, I've actually been finding there's been a lot of chances. I'm actually in the midst of now. I might have actually picked up that Submariner 1 that I've been wanting to, I've been talking about for the last bloody.
You should AOK it to Remy so he can recreate the cover while holding the cover.
But it took me long enough to get one.
You stingy prick.
I almost got a Surfer one as well, but I missed out by like an hour. Can't believe that. That's the one that I was talking about, Chip. I sent him a message or whatever. Like these guys, dude, sorry. He goes, I would have done a payment plan for you, but I already sold it. I'm like, fuck.
Fucking Pocan Joe is a savage. Did you see this?
Everyone here seen what? Yes.
when you're so gangster, you pull a Belushi and a Paul Walker at the same time. Jesus Christ.
Has everyone here seen Top Gun already other than Chip and me?
I haven't seen it.
Yes, sir.
Yes. But you can spoil it. I don't really care.
I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen it? No, I haven't seen it.
No. I'm thinking about hopping off and watching it.
Sounds like a good idea to me.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Chip.
Did you see that? That's pretty fucking funny.
Oh, my God.
It's awesome.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, another one. He does the deep now.
Nick, hit the private chat.
When an orphan takes a selfie, it's actually a family photo.
There you go.
Hit the private chat. Look at Justin giggling.
Oh, it's awesome.
Go get that to mommy.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Captain America.
Don't put it up there.
See,
Fuck.
automatically that makes me click on what else has this guy got?
I know exactly. Yeah, exactly.
He's got Norm Macdonald moth joke.
That's a good one.
How do we see what else he's got? I'm unfamiliar with this website.
Me too. Yeah, I just ran across it.
BDSM Friends pre-order.
Nick, where do I go to see what else he has?
You click on his name. His name is clickable.
At the top, yeah.
I don't even see where his name is. Oh, there it is.
April Fool's Day,
Jason in the boardroom.
Monday the 16th. That's awesome.
He's
I
got
like to help our
one.
club.
I think Mark will appreciate this one. He's got an action figure about a person who can calmly disagree about even the most minor shit in 2022, and it's an empty box.
Yeah. Yep.
Satan was a lesbian. There's a ton of good stuff. Chuck Norris action jeans.
Like the high ground. Plus one Obi-Wan Jesus magnet.
There's a headless Superman thing here. Retro gimmick.
Yeah, that's great stuff.
These are funny.
Top Gun Maverick, the movie of the year.
Are you reading a comment or is that your?
That's what Mr. Tyler said. Even over everything, everywhere, all at once.
Mm.
Even over the. Do we consider the Batman a top?
So far, the Batman has been my number one movie of the year, but I haven't seen Top Gun yet. I mean, it could easily be better than that, but for me, that was is where I'm at so far. I can't think of anything that beat the Batman that I've watched, at least.
I mean, it was good.
Mm-hmm.
As the whole thing being like there's nothing shocking in Top Gun. It was a Top Gun movie.
I'm excited to see it, but I haven't heard anybody speaking about what it is about it that really put them over on it. You know what I mean? Like what made it so enjoyable? What was so cool about it? I expect it to be great, but what about it? Yeah, Prey is another one that's up there.
Yeah, Prey was good.
And I don't like that one. Man, that was just a damn good movie, especially for its genre. Inside of it, just like Batman, like inside of its genre, it just really stood out.
Mm.
Yeah, I know it's about planes, Flo, but what did the planes do that made this movie exceptional for everybody? Hey. Like you'll see a movie about bird watching. What about bird watching made this bird watching movie exceptional? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it hit on a lot of 80s movies beats. I think people were kind of hungry for that.
Yeah.
They could have watched Thor: Love and Thunder though.
No, they didn't. I don't think that hit on any beat.
That missed on every beat.
Yeah.
I still haven't watched it. I've no desire to see it. I'll probably turn it on one day while I'm working or something and just let it play while I work and just kind of do the half-ass watch thing,
I think you'll scare all the animals from the stupid goat noises.
That was funny.
That's it. Flo got it.
Well, they were playing football in this one. They weren't playing volleyball.
Not in Flo's mind. He was daydreaming it.
I can see Flo playing volleyball over there in the Rockaways.
I try to picture Flo playing volleyball shirtless at least once a day just to keep my spirits up.
Over there on Beach 116th Street, where the surf shop was.
What happened to it?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't been there in
No, there's no surf there.
decades. Well, you'd be surprised. It's where I fell in love with the sport. You don't have to do it with great white sharks either, like you do over there by you.
Depends on the area you go to, whether there's great whites or not.
I don't believe that for a second. I've seen Shark Week on Discovery Channel. How do they get to the area you're thinking about? You know what I mean? They have to go through the area you're not thinking about to get to the one you are thinking about.
No, they just go around the long way.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can imagine.
Oh. That's why I'm not a beach person. Although I don't like the heat or the sun either, so that doesn't worry me.
Well, there's plenty of stuff on the land that'll kill you too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know. Remy keeps telling me about all the stuff that I'm supposed to be seeing out in my backyard.
So aggressively he's giving it to Bob's Burgers. A lot of times when they make like the animated TV show movies, they just don't do it for me because it's just a long ass episode, and those episodes are typically half hour for a reason. Simpsons, I think South Park was the only exception because when Bigger, Longer, and Uncut came out, I was just younger. I just couldn't get enough. We don't have the data. Okay, have a nice weekend.
That's perfect.
Yeah, I like when things get pushed like that.
Say that again, but slower.
And with feeling.
Yeah. You know, get you in Australia, the sun.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
There's no ozone layer above us. That's why you fry.
We have the utmost faith in you, Lady F.
Mm. I like how she chooses to act competent because we all know that she is competent, but she decides not just to be competent. She'd rather act competent. That's a whole new level of competence. What you doing? What you doing?
You've been to Australia, Dave. Where'd you go?
Steakhouse.
You should come to Melbourne, Dave.
Have a Palmer.
Have a Palmer with me, Simon, and Sarah.
What did y'all do with Lee? Y'all just leave him out of Melbourne or something?
No, we kicked him out more like it.
Where is he?
Because he spent he actually crashed at Simon's house. So he spent there for like 4 days or 5 days, and they like went like all the comic shops and collectible.
I mean, in
shops.
general, how far away is he from y'all?
Oh,
one town, right?
Very, very, very long drive or a very short plane ride. So it's probably about an hour and a quarter, an hour and a half plane ride away, but to drive probably about 22 hours.
That doesn't even make sense.
No, it doesn't.
Does he go up and down mountain peaks the whole way?
Pretty much.
Like, how the fuck does that time even work out?
It's a very, very long drive.
Yeah, exactly. Just 1 hour to 22 hours. That doesn't add up.
That's how it is over here.
It's like 2 hours to drive to Atlanta or a 40-minute plane ride.
No, 2 hours has got to be like what, 150 miles maybe?
I think Atlanta's like around 100 miles from here. But that's like getting out of the neighborhood onto the highway. You know what I mean? Like, it's not just highway distance.
I'd like to visit Australia. It's the flight time that is a killer. I was a baby about flying to Europe. Kick my ass. Yeah, it's depending on which part of this. I think it's 18 or 19 hours from LA, and I think it's about 22 hours or something from New York, something like that. There for 5 days, 10 days. Hey, monkey.
She just comes running in with like shirts over her head, helmets on.
You can come over again, Dave, when Pocan Joe comes.
Yeah, you're gonna need all the help you can get when Joe gets there.
I'm working.
I'll be surprised if Joe just doesn't ship himself there in a box just for sport.
Just to see if he can do it.
Yeah. Handle with love written on the box.
Oh, that's not too bad. Okay, 15-hour flight from San Fran to Sydney. Okay. Yeah, so it's still a long-ass flight, but it's not as bad as I thought it would be. Yeah, I'd love to go to Japan.
Why?
Because I love anime. I love the history.
You don't have cartoons and History Channel in Australia?
I have plenty of cartoons.
Y'all don't get the History Channel?
No.
You get yourself an Oculus.
Whatever that is.
The virtual reality.
VR glasses.
Oh, okay.
He probably has one of those, probably 6 a certain channel. Dave, you should get real adventurous. Try North Korea.
I was going to say I'd be careful just going to South Korea. It's close enough.
The Hotel California of countries.
Now, for those who don't get that reference, is you can check in, but you never check out.
Mm-hmm. Well, you can check out anytime you like, but you can never leave. Oh, look, Dave, she got a cracker for you.
Mark doesn't like shirtless men playing volleyball. He doesn't know culture.
I was kind of lingering to see if Tyler might pop back on the sale. The assessment for the car goes.
What did he have to do?
He was taking Lisa's car up to the shop. The check engine light had come on the other day. They're just going to go get it checked out, make sure it doesn't need anything.
Didn't they just buy that car?
That's what they get for buying new.
Yeah, I'm actually going to go take a shower and get to the gym.
Awesome sauce. Yeah, I'm about to go fire up Top Gun. I got time to watch it before I have to go pick Finn up, kind of. Yeah, I do.
Voodoo's got 30% off if you haven't made a transaction before.
Oh, well, that's definitely not me. I like Voodoo as a digital library because when you watch there, you have more features like scene select and stuff. And Voodoo is really good about when you buy something having the special features included with it. It's not every time, obviously, but I like watching special features and stuff. Watching making of special features used to be amazing until like we've gotten to this all digital special effects over visual effects kind of era, or visual effects over special effects. So now special features just be watching a bunch of people typing on a computer.
Gag rail is always my
Yeah, I was
favorite.
just about to say gag reel is the one.
Nick sends me links to gag reels all the time, but I noticed the URL says Pornhub, so I never click on them.
Yeah, but it's a different kind of gag. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know it's right down your pipeline. so to
Say
speak.
alley.
But I appreciate everybody hopping on. I'm gonna bounce out of here. Justin, I hope you have a good day, man.
Yeah, I suppose I better go to sleep. It's after midnight.
After midnight. But yeah, everybody be sure to go check out Nick's garage sale tomorrow. He's gonna be on there.
Not tomorrow, Sunday.
Check him out tomorrow. He'll be on there tomorrow selling books.
Or Monday in the future.
Yeah. So I hope everyone has a good day. Y'all take it easy. Check you later.